It's time for a bit more of this. I think I will be, well, try some things. Okay. That's decent. But there's the Varka and the Klee Witch's homework. Okay. It should make him a good deal more capable. Also, since it is a monthly reset, to pick this up too, we can pick up some on the cheap. Various things from the shop. Let's get our monthly crown. Pick these up for relatively cheap. And okay. Decent amount at a low cost. Then it becomes double the cost after, that's right. Stuff is decently cheap. Good rate at a less preferable rate. And then we may as well pick this up as well. You know, pretty soon, I will kind of get to a point where I don't really need to actively farm experience books anymore, now that I think about it. Given that your next patch is linear, and then, other than the current, it's... Yeah, there are only gonna be 9 characters. Well, 10 characters, so I actually really need to level pretty soon. And to be fair, it's not like I really need to level Eula. She will be in the next theater, I believe. So we can take this. There we go. Cool. Gonna need a good deal more materials from the... Interesting. Got our expeditions, and right, we got a Favonia anecdote. That's nice. Let's go and do that. I think today we can do the Selenic Chronicle. We can level Varka. Maybe Klee. Do that one anecdote. In Nasha Town, you meet Yoime, who seems to be traveling through the area. Through the Yoime area. Let's go over and get this started. Just check and... It's Chronicles. This is gonna be a fun one. Okay. Nothing massively changed. Just want to check. It's not different yet. Right, because this is going to be what changes the... Hi, Paula. How are you doing? What? Thank you. Happy ball anniversary. Okay. Not typing as well due to that. I didn't know it does a little reminder to resubscribe. It's good for me. For you? Who knows? But thank you either way. Thank you for your resubscribe. But something is going to change here with the statue, actually. You'll see. Oh, okay. So it just automatically... Oh, that's cute. Automatically renews. That's cool. So she's over there by... this table back there, huh? Interesting. Okay. Dot. Is it just Paimon, or do you smell something yummy too? Dot. She's got some pie and some fruits. Okay, okay. Colombina's having a feast for one. Traveler and Paimon. Oh, and she's got one of the little balloons for Moon Prayer night. Looks like someone's enjoying herself. Would you like to try some as well? No, no, you go ahead. We don't usually see you eating here. Did you go out just to buy it? Well, gave it to me. Ah, no, since we took off the mask. She's maskless in these. Well, she sure takes good care of you, huh? On the condition that I don't leave. Wait, what? Isn't that just a bribe? Still accept house arrest and a cheap one at that. Well, the food's good. She also brought me some interesting books and exquisitely made toys. Made you a cookbook? Oh, now it sounds more like a mother going out on a business trip and the kid she's leaving at home. Did Lama explain her reasoning? She just told me not to go out for the time being and to be especially sure to avoid the frost moon silence. It's the animals who came to deliver my meals. But Lama had instructed them to remain silent, and so they did. That's... If I had to guess, she is preparing something that has to do with me. A cage. A bird cage. Worry not, I've never considered staying here boring in the first place. The food is good and much to my liking. Not going out is fine with me. Socially isolated Bina. Social distancing. And if the signs are indeed preparing for something, well, all the more reason not to interrupt them. Want us to go? Ask her out. Yeah, Paimon's kind of curious now, too. You can, but you should be prepared. She likely knows you'll come to see me, so she may not tell you anything at all. What just happened? Went to the library. You want to renovate the statue of Freaktar? Precisely so. No longer is she the linguist Freaktar, Moon Maiden, who could only gaze at the moon beyond the skies in solitude. We witnessed her unfurling her wings, and know she has regained the freedom to live. It's like the end of Super Mario Odyssey, where Peach starts traveling. As such, it is only right that the statue too be restored. That does sound like a good idea. Have you told the other Frostmoon Signs about this? That I have. I spoke to them of the Moon Goddess's sacrifice and her return. And of how we stood against the force that pollutes this world with the guidance of that gentle light. Everyone was delighted to hear of her return, so I took the opportunity to convey Colombina's thoughts to them. That she wants to see us as family and would like us to do the same for her. And what did everyone say? ... The Lady Moon Goddess. Zvernitsia, Frostmoon Side Acolyte. Would we not be overstepping by regarding her as family? Well, she kinda just told you to do it. If you're that concerned, just obey. I believe that this is what Colombina genuinely wishes for. Kunigunda, I can't believe the Lady Moonchant referred to our Moon Goddess by her first name, Colombina-sama. Perhaps you may all yet recall the words I spoke not long ago. The road shall be paved with truth, and we shall pave it ourselves. I will not ask all of you to make the same choice as I, but I do have words I would like to share with you this day. If we wish to invite the moonlight... She looks nothing like him. Invite the moonlight into stay, we must first open doors that once were tightly shut. That is what happened. Considering the situation over the past few days, things seem to have gone better than I thought they might have. Lady Lama, a new batch of stone has arrived at the warehouse. Massage. Understood, I'll be right over. Could you keep what I said, including what you've seen, a secret from Colombina, at least for now? I'd like this to be a surprise. Surprise nanode na.
決心も信者
Pama
も
knows you mean well, but seriously, sir, do love your surprises, you and your moon goddess. My lips are sealed.
あのさラウマ口止め
Hey,
料
Lama, about Paman's hush money. Paman meant to say we don't happen to have any spare Feast of the Moon servings today, do we? That we do. Come, let me prepare some for you. Oh, and one more thing.
それともう一つ
おかえり
Oh, you're back.
コロンビーナの言った
Guess
通
what,
り
Columbina? You were right. Pama didn't tell us a
もらえ
thing.
なかったぞ
Seems quite busy, though.
しばらくオイラたち
So
が
we'll
一
be
緒に
keeping
い
you
るから
company over the next
楽
few
しみに
days.
して
You
て
just
くれ
sit tight and keep those expectations high.
楽しみって
Expectations for what exactly? The giant birdcage. Nothing. We don't know a thing, honest.
何も知らないぞ
Very well then. I
So?
look forward to spending the next few days with
君
you.
たちと一緒に過ごせるの楽しみにしてるね
Learning to play the harp. I mean the lyre. Just boiling some water. So long poom ibis and 3 exclamation marks.
おご飯
Oh, here comes our food. Wait a minute. Where's the grub?
食べ物は
Tabemono wa? Oh, it's telling us to come out and see it.
時間だよ
It
って
says the
言
time
わ
has
れた
come.
けど
Do you know what that means?
何のことだかわかる
Oh, Paman gets it now.
わ
Columbina.
かったぞ
Yes. You usually wear a blindfold, don't you?
それがど
Yes,
うか
what
し
of it?
た目を閉じ
But
て
you
て
can
も
use moon power to
音楽を
observe the
使
outside
って
world even
物
so,
事を
right?
感知できるんだろ
That dialogue doesn't change based on whether or not we have her using the blindfold or not, actually.
むしろそ
That's
の方
right.
がはっき
If
りわ
anything,
か
I
る
sense things more clearly this way.
えっと
Then, could we ask you to
しば
deliberately
ら
not
くの
sense
間
any changes
感
outside
知
for
し
the
な
time
いよう
being?
にできないかサプライズでも
So
あ
that
る
this
の
can be a pleasant surprise. So we can trick you into getting in the birdcage. Sounds like you've already guessed what this is about.
わかった
Alright, I see. In that
Ja.
case, would you take my
手をつ
hand?
ないで
Blind.
ついたぞ
Call him blind. Here we are. You can open your eyes now. Dot dot dot.
本当に目を開
She
けた
really did
ぞ
open her eyes. She looks unimpressed. I just said that without thinking.
きれい
It's beautiful. Kire. They added wings. Yep, this pair of wings makes it look
こ
all
れ
the
で
more
完全
complete.
になったね
草月の子から
This is a gift we
Columbina
Frostmoon
さん
Signs
へのプレ
would
ゼン
like
ト
to give you, Columbina.
我々の
To
神
celebrate our goddess who can now
ついに
fly
自由に
free,
飛べる
whose
ように
fingers
な
can
っ
at
た
last
こと
touch the place she calls
そして
home.
その指先が家に触れられたことを祝って皆で完成させた
以前はこの
The
心
me
臓
from
を
before
見
would
る
only
た
be
び
reminded of the confusion
生
I
まれ
felt
た
upon
時の
being
困
born
惑
whenever
し
I
か
looked
浮かば
upon
な
this
かった
statue.
けど今は
But now what I feel is the
家に
warmth
い
of
る
a
んだっ
home.
て
Aw.
心があったかくなる私はこの
Perhaps
像と
like
同
the
じ
statue,
よう
I've
に
chosen to stay here even though I now
翼
have
があっ
wings.
てもここにとどまるって決めたんだねみんな
Thank you all.
ありがとう
もう一つプレゼントが
I
あ
do
るの
have
だが
another gift prepared, but you'll have to walk with
少
me
し
a bit
離れたところ
farther.
にあるゆえ共に歩かぬか
まだあるのか
Ah, there's another surprise.
うむ
My fellow signs and I have
仲間
organized
た
a
ち
simple
が
welcome
森
banquet
の
in the
中に簡
forest.
素な宴を
What
用意してくれ
forest?
たコロンビーナさ
From
ん
now on, this will be your home as well,
これから
Columbina.
は草月の子もあなたの家だ家が恋し
Whenever
く
you
な
grow
って
homesick, please feel free to remain here and enjoy your hospitality, meager though it may
共
be.
にお茶でもしよう
うん
Sure, I will.
必ずそうする
Oh, what do you know? The moon's up.
さあ
Let's go
行
then.
こうこれからの
It is
夜
my
が
hope
い
that
つも
every night may be as wonderful
あの
as
季
that
月の
moon prayer
夜のよう
night.
に美しくあらんことおかえり
Welcome home, Columbina.
コロンビーナさん
Cute. Okay. Got that new moon's embrace back. After you do all 18 in total, So for me, that's 4 more. You gain the ability to repeat some of them related to music and minigames weekly. Basically just as a way to get the effect back. As in the New Moon's Embrace. What? Try climbing up these wings, I guess. Well, that was misaimed. I guess it's marginally easier to climb the statue. Imagine if we waited to get this Linoculus until then. That'd be funny. Okay, so you don't have the ability to change the direction of this super jump once you've actively jumped. Or once you've actively started it, okay. So I was holding another direction, and he still just leapt for what he was forward. In Nashatani, meet Yoime, who seems to be traveling through the area. Well, let's go do that. Yoimir. I don't know if she's had any anecdotes yet. Okay. Ouch. Okay. Let's go over here. Oh, no, that didn't work. Uh-oh. There we go. Yeah, he doesn't climb. That's what's interesting. Oh, they're probably on the top floor. Looking up from the observation deck. Okay, well, you're free to. Or wait. Well, oh, wait! I didn't know we'd actually be able to go back in the control room. Oh, interesting. I'd never actually really cared to use this elevator, so... I thought that was just something in a cutscene. Guess not. Yoimir. Okay. Okay. Should be... Yep, right over there. Cool. She's looking at that Linoculus. She thinks we're stupid for not getting it. She can build on that big, huh? Amazing, it's just that. Yoimiya, what are you doing here? Being a brick. The world if Yoimiya was usable. I mean, the wildest thing is that she was bad on release. It's sad. Interesting. Not much here. Well, fancy meeting you here. Could this be my lucky day? Anywho, I'm here on vacation. After traveling in Samara with you, I've only gotten faster and better at making fireworks. And Wiki does not say whether it requires you having done her second story quest, but she certainly refers to that. Okay. Business has been slow lately since it's the off-season for fireworks. After stocking up the shop with supplies, I decided to go on a little adventure and seek some inspiration. Well, it is kind of winter right now, but it wouldn't make sense if we were doing this during summer. Yep. After stocking up the shop with supplies, I decided to go on a little adventure and seek some inspiration. Plan to have lots of fun before summer arrives. When I return with my new ideas, I'm sure my efficiency can only go up. So hit upon anything special, any plans on what to do next? Oh, right, of course, I've already figured it out. I just forgot for a moment. Got kind of caught out in our meeting and all you know. I've gotten all the ideas from this trip. Right now I'm working on getting some small gifts for my family and neighbors. Look, I got some local dried fish for Dad and midsummer berry jam for Mom. And the specialties from right here, they all look great. And she, notably, she's in the small club with Fischl, really. I think that's it, people have said. Playable characters who are confirmed to have both parents alive. Well, that and also Barbara and Jean. Though their parents are divorced, so maybe it doesn't fully count. Right now I haven't bought any gifts for the children yet, but I've heard there's an engineer named Aino around here. I heard she's super amazing. Word is that she built this cannon. I'm planning to pay her a visit and see if she can make some fun gadgets for the kids back in Inazuma. I heard I've also heard that she's a real free spirit, though. Kimagure-san. Won't take every commission even if you offer her mora. Should I bring something before visiting? I just don't know what she likes. Oh, I'm more than familiar with this. She could probably make her fish-shaped taiyaki. You briefly explain everything about Aino and F and the Quink Clank Krumke craft shop to Yoimiya. So Aino is a kid and her family members are machines she made herself while living alone in her workshop all this time. Oh, that's amazing. The kid next door would cry non-stop if left alone for just one night. Take the neighbors the whole day to calm things down after. By contrast, it seems like the people of Nasha Town already see Aino as a mature mechanic, not as a child who needs their coddling. Still, just how many nights did she have to spend all by herself before Inefa came into her life? She's got Inefa by her side now regardless, and Knuckle Duckle too. Does that really count? Not to mention everyone in the workshop. Especially since Knuckle Duckle is angry at getting replaced. Yeah, it reminds me that... Oh, there are a lot of puns in Pokemon that only work in Japanese. The big one being that the move Curse is Noroi, which means both curse and slow. Well, in that... You know, the word, though it has a different writing, you know, like a homophone in English, can mean slow or curse, which is why when ghost types use it, it puts a curse on the enemy, and when anyone else uses it, it slows them down, but also gives a bulk up style effect. But, you know, Fickle Beam, which I did not play Scarlet and Violet. It's Hydrapple's move. You know, this is Kimagureza, you know, Kimagure Fickle, and then you know, Reza Laser. So it's a pun where the words are merged that does not work at all in English. So they had to just convey the meaning, and the pun just does not translate at all. Unfortunately. Knuckle Duckle. Well, we can't change what happened before, but now that I'm here, I'm going to make sure she has a great time. The older sister. Looks like it was the right choice to bring my tools in the hee-hee. I'll head over to Nasha Town to borrow their crafting station. Make her a beautiful gift. What should I make? Fireworks, Temari, or maybe a spinning top? Yeah, the Temari is the ball. With the Kid Kujira game. Oh, you know what? I'll make them all. Okay. Still here. And she decided to still be here. Okay. Because the Flynn's Varka anecdote and the other anecdote in the flagship with the tabletop troop, that went away, unfortunately. The NPCs vanished, and I didn't get to see their post-anecdote dialogue. May have something to do with the flagship itself. Yoimiya a long way from home. She's Spider-Man. In Nasha Town, you unexpectedly run into Yoimiya, who is holidaying in the area. She seems to be preparing for a visit to Aino and is even ordering a custom gift. Yoimiya. And it's Barka, Yoliga, Lorin, Nefer, and a bunch of Aino stamps. There we go. Oh. Fireworks, Temari, and spinning tops. Yep, let's make them all. Zenbu Sukattaro. Every time I hear her, I do, and the voice actress did do her best to make it a little bit different. But that is the same voice actress who's, you know, Tosa Garin in Fate. And it's very, very hard to shake for me. And you don't have any dialogue here, you're just up here. So the question, I suppose, is... do I run... well, first, actually. Well, I think about it. Let's go buy some cards here. Cause, just kind of wondering. Not that it matters much, but do I do quest first? Or... cost reduction or empowerment? One random basic elemental die. Empowerment. Silver Moon Hall. Tide Seal Stone. Untunable. That just messes with the cards. This is expensive. Draws cards in healing, though. Greater than 0. If you can make that work, and obviously since it's 4 the same needed, you obviously want to try to figure it out with... huh? One of the things that empowers and therefore allows you to use 4 of any type. So the Notcry locations seem to be working together, which is interesting. Corresponding number of dice from any element. It says is tune instead of is used to tune, which is interesting. Deal 2 physical damage. Discarded when it's discarded by using it up. It's interesting. Design Bureau 2 random in the deck. With empowerment attached. And battle plan. So it'd be a very location-oriented deck. It's interesting. Deep Freeze or Electric Surge. Oh, but you can only get 1 per. Interesting. Well, because you are... yeah, you're guaranteed to automatically draw it. So it's a wasted card if it's in your initial hand. Okay. 1 random, 2 cards with highest dice cost. This would be interesting to use with the Frostmoon Signs one. 1 random item card. 3 random cards, 3 new cards. Oh, interesting. High dice cost. And cost reduction. But if you empower this card, then you can make them cheaper. So it's about playing high cost cards that aren't in the initial deck. Well, that's fun. Also, we got new card backs. Wonder what kind of decks people are putting together with the new options. Some new skins here as well. They also added open world matches and Notcry in this patch too, which is pretty cool. So I think, done those, I'll do that eventually. I could probably manage with, the Winnie Escoffier deck and probably taking the Gaming deck I used last time for some of them as well. But I would like to do the Witch's Homework. Let's do Quees first. Why not? Of Leaves That Spark. The Witch's Dictionary also includes an assignment that Alice left for Quee. Why not drop by the Knights of Favonia's headquarters and ask Quee about it? And it's just 70 for all of them, but there's enough space that implies that some of them might have a bit more. And it's... the big thing is that this allows you to... before... Explosive Spark. Big thing is now you can get up to 3. It's fun. Boom Boom Strike. It's interesting that they added this name, but the behavior isn't meaningfully different. Xerai character. does not reset. And it allows you to automatically use them up, which is pretty cool. That's his Hexerai. That makes the boom a good deal stronger. Independent timer. Basically, as long as you're dealing damage with each during the rotation. After enhancement, and you get an attack boost, that's a pretty good one. And this allows you to do it just by tossing the skill out instead of the mines, and 23 is such a wacky amount. Lots of very wacky numbers in her kit for some reason. After enhancement, big thing is that it's easier to run post-enhancement if you have it, because you don't have to worry about leaving on purpose before burst ends, and it deals more damage if you stay on field anyway, better for on-fielding. It's just free energy for the team. More pyro damage for her. C6 Klee is actually kind of usable these days, which is wild. Because she was underwhelming on release. Though, to be fair, there were enough Dendro Shield Wall Mitoturals and large Cryo and Geo Slimes that she could blow both up, because, you know, her normals are explosive, blunt attacks. Allows you to spam these, kind of similar to an Ito C6. And just... you can spam her explosions if you want. That's fun. The Great Mage's Journey of Trials. The Witch's Dictionary also includes an assignment that Alice left for Klee. Why not drop by the Knights of Favonius headquarters and ask Klee about it? Okay. Well, let's go over here. And they were talking about Dottore and all, that's right. Talking about Project Stuza, which I guess we'll find out what that actually is in a few months after they first mention it back in Fontaine with Arla's quest. It only took them about 2 years. It's interesting how he kind of doesn't grab the wall that well. Oh, and well, that works. Huh, Dodoko. Sodane, Dodoko. Hey there, Klee. Great Witches. Mage's Journey of Trials. And this is pretty short too. Quaff. Defense and... okay. Few things to say. Okay. Mr. Honorary Knight and Paimon. Paimon-chan. Dodoko needs help. Mom said you were coming, but I didn't know it'd be so soon. Unbelievable that it'd be this quick, she said. Dodoko needs help. Oh, for Pete's sake, is that the task? For Klee's sake. What? No, for Klee's sake, and for Dodoko too. Let me... okay. No, Palma knows that she was asking about the task. You know what that is, right? It's like a task, it's something that needs doing. Question. Thank you, Honorary Knight of Fav Obvious. The blap. Anyway, a task is, why is it so hard to describe? It's like helping Dodoko. Yeah, that's a task. That did change the dialogue a bit. Oh, thanks, Palma. That kind of makes more sense, although not really. And if we'd chosen the other option, it's something that needs doing, yes, something that needs doing. Oh, so like when I go blast fishing with Jumpy Dumpty. No, a test isn't just something you want to do. I'm confused, so it's like when your mom tells you to do something, that's a task.
それじゃあ
Anyway, let's go help Dodoko now.
ドドコを助けに。ちょっと
Hold
待
on,
って
what
くれ。
kind of help does
ドド
Dodoko
コを
need?
助けるって言ってたけど、具体的には何をするんだ？
Alright, well, every Dodoko's gotta find a red 4-leaf clover. Become a super special Dodoko.
他のドドコと違う特別なドドコになれるんだよ。
This is her upgrade.
それから
Then Dodoko needs to become friends with lots of people and can make it through the Dodo King's trial. Is that done, she can then become a super awesome
ドド
Dodo sorcerer. Dodo Daimahotsukai.
ママはそう言って
That's
た
what
よ。
Mom said anyway.
大魔法使いに
Ah,
なれ
Dodo
るか
King
どう
being
か
in
は
charge of a
大
Dodo
魔王次第
sorcerer.
ってことか。聞い
Daimao.
た感じ、筋
Great
は通
Demon
ってるかもな。
Daimahotsukai. Great magician. Makes sense, actually.
オイ
Oh,
ラた
but
ちは何をす
specifically,
れば
what do
い
we
いん
need
だ？
to do?
クレ
No
わからない。
idea.
でも、
Kure
ママが言
wakaranai.
ってたの。
But Mom said that you
英
two
訳
would
士
tell
のお
me.
兄ちゃんとパイモンちゃんが教えてくれるって。そうだ、クレ。
Right, well, let's have
こ
a
の
look at
本を
this
見て
book
くれ
then.
るか？
Oh, there's a note
中に
inside.
メモが挟まってる。じゃあ一緒
Oh,
に見
let's
て
see
みよ
what
う
it
ぜ。
says.
うん。
On the first stage of the trial, Dodoko arrived in a forest of
ドド
whispering
コは葉っ
leaves.
ぱがささやく
Whispering
森
woods,
にやってき
presumably.
た。
There passed layer upon layer
そ
of
こで
hurdles.
埋もれ
A
た秘
secret
密
way
を
buried
見
waiting
つ
to
け、
be uncovered.
数々の障害を乗り越え。
Seems like part of a story
ド
about
ドコの
Dodoko.
物語の一部みたいだな。あ、クレ、わかったよ。
Oh, I know where that forest is. It's where I got a blast fish. Well, where I got to play a lot.
よくドドコと遊んでる森の中だよ。
Mori no naka in the forest.
クレ、
Come on, everyone, follow
英
me.
訳士のお兄ちゃん、パイモンちゃん。出発。
Aww, shupats. Alright, let's go.
出発だ。
Shupatsuta. Okay. Go to the Whispering Woods. I guess for the duration doing homework, not all matter because of trial party members anyway. Let's just run over there. Got his strength. And just start jumping. Strength and speed. You know, didn't really think about it, but in the grand scheme of things, the Mondstadt houses are kind of small in that context. Okay. Well, interesting. Let's stop burning things, I guess. Ouch, ouch. Okay. Yeah, it's kind of hard to use as animo when it puts you at risk of accidentally lighting things on fire. Oh well. Okay. A true knight doesn't fear getting set on fire. I think that's what it is, right? Okay. I forgot snapdragons were in the game. It's been so long since they showed up in any context. Okay. But goodness, is he quick. That's what he gets from being the tallest character in the game by far. Well, I guess we'll need to... can take that out. Switch back to the friendship, full friendship team. You're over here. So let's just leap up. It's a decent combination of horizontal and vertical distance, but it isn't amazing for either. What are you doing here? And apples. Okay, whatever. The best way to farm friendship is to just stay in Inazuma City and rapidly log in and log out to feed a dog, actually. Or so it's believed to be that way. Okay. Oh, interesting. Come on. Ooh, that has a remarkably bad distance. Surprising to me. Incredibly short range. Okay, well, that was interesting. Okay. Well, It was worth a shot. Again, though, Quaff is not that good for her because she... It's based on cast. She only gets, unless you're running sack frags, which is silly. She's really not getting that Jumpy Dumpty back. Because each of those is an individual 20-second cooldown. That's right. What the heck? Yeah, so you can run one per rotation, or I guess you can front load it. Okay. I mean, considering that I got Kui 2 days ago, it's not like I really did a deep dive into how Kui works. And frankly, I'm glad it took me some time because, yep, that's kind of what I figured. Her plunge is not... not blunt, even though her normals are. Because aside from Varka, all Catalyst plunges are basically the same. Okay. And then Columbina's looks a little different, but that's not really much. Okay, right over here. Oh, look. Still very, very cute. Okay. What's with all... Change outfit. All the weird stuff around here. Why, there's so many villagers. Oh, maybe the hill trolls brought it all here. But she can't trigger. It's not based on skill hits, but on skill cast. So really only D-Luke can make that work. But additionally, it's Yanfei's set, which is a one I put together years ago and isn't particularly good. Rising Winds is good though. Maybe the hill trolls brought it all here. Oh, I bet this is where we find the turtles. Turtles. Koopa Troopas. Close, but the note said hurdles, not turtles. And whatever we're looking for is supposed to be buried past all the hurdles. Oh, are there any other clues around? Is there no dodo device that can help us out here? Nope. What should we do then? Mom says the best thing to do when you run into a problem is to try and fix it. Then let us be rid of these hurdles by blowing everything up. Clearly. Okay. Time for fun. Yeah. Bombs out. Okay. And it's a trial Kui replacing the one we had. Queer the turtles. And this trial Kui is every 4 seconds, 4 stacks, falls or leaves combat. Prayer to the Sacred Winds. That's the defense thread and the extra sparks. Okay. Let's let this go up a bit. Got 4 of them. Okay. Yep, that's 48%. Quite nice. Hello there. Oh. Okay. 2, 3. Okay. Let me just see. How did this boom boom strike work? 2, 3. Oh, because it targets better. That makes sense. I guess. Oh, but we need to keep destroying these. That's right. And let me just make sure Hex Kui is... Oh, but no! Okay. This is a non-Hex Kui. Well, that's quite silly. Okay. Alright, that's the hill trolls and barriers all taken care of. And we didn't set the forest on fire. I was extra careful with Jumpy Dumpty. I've been getting sent to confinement less and less these days. Nice job, Kui. Maybe sometime soon you won't have to go at all. Well, if Master Jean would just let Kui blow the confinement room up, cause a number of problems. That's not really what Paimon had in mind. Wait, what about the trial? Did they learn anything new? Yep, I found this in the hole Jumpy Dumpty created after exploding. Oh, another note. Yep, and it's Mom's handwriting again. Now then, Dodoko may or may not have blasted all the hurdles away, though the most direct approach is sometimes the most elegant one. Either way, thus did Dodoko make it to the second stage of the trial. Which coincidentally was also the final stage. Even the most energetic of children need to pace themselves after all, so... Dodoko proceeded the banks of a lake of fallen stars, or Starfall Lake, passed the final trial and obtained her reward. But could things really be that simple? Oh, a wake of fallen stars. That must be Starfall Lake. Let's go see what we can find. Alright. I'm super curious about what this reward's gonna be. Fingers crossed for some kind of awesome treasure. Okay. And go to the Starfall Lake. They give us Hexera effect in some of the other trials, so I was kind of expecting us to have that boost, and then we didn't. Well, there you go. Oh well. And go ahead. Altogether, kind of weak. You aren't exactly skilled in the way you should be. Don't have a proper attack stance. That's fine. But still, it's... undoubtedly, there's little as cool as double claymores. Okay. Oh well. Well, there we go. It's already decent enough. Then... go there. Let's just leap up and over to the statue. Hey look, it's kind of useful. At least if it's something we can land on. It's a treasure chest. Ooh, it's a chest. Sugoi hako da yo. It's a cool box. The final treasure must be inside this thing. Wait, would you do the honors, or would you do honors? Is that a typo? Probably. You got it, me and Dodoko will get it open, no problem. Various monsters. Is the rain scripted? Oh, wait, no, well, wait a second. Monsters incoming. Guess it's not going to be that simple after all. Well, they want to steal Dodoko's treasure. I just know it. Let's kick him out, then we can open the box. Okay. And still not Hex. Oh well. Protect Dodoko's treasure. Da-da-da. Ouch, please stop freezing me. Okay, alright. And here we are. Thanks. Boom. You know what? Gotta work. Sparks. Oh, there are more, but we can overbake. That's nice, I guess. Boom. And it... how does Sparks and Splash really work again? Okay, it is just purely automatic. That's fun. Okay. Phew, that's that. The note implied things wouldn't be that simple. Guess it was because of those monsters. But that means we passed the trial. Daiseko.
そんなに簡単にいくかしらってのは魔物が襲ってくるってことだったのか
Hey, yep, now then, let's check out what's in this box.
さあ箱の中身を見てみようぜ
Oh, it's... A hat. It's kind of like the one she wears with her costume. A tiny hat.
小さな帽子か？ドドコ
She's on a Boschka, a hat for Dodoko.
ドドコ一族
In
の
the
中で
Dodo clan,
も
only the awesomeness and bestest Dodokos in the land can earn the acknowledgement of the Dodo King.
ドド大魔王に認められるんだよ。このすごい
Their
ドド
job
コ
is
た
to
ちは
help out and protect
他
all
の
the
ド
other
ドコを
Dodokos, so
助
the
けたり
Dodo King
守った
gives
り
them a
する
special
役目
hat.
があるの。だからドド大魔王は彼らに
ドド大魔王
特殊な帽子を与えるんだよ。
Let me see. The Alice Dodoko has a different looking hat. Okay.
そうすれば他のドドコたち
Job
も
is to
彼
help
ら
out
の
protect
こと
all
が
the other
分か
Dodokos.
って
Dodo King gives them a
助
special
けが
hat. That
必
way
要
the
な
other
時に
Dodokos
見つ
will
けられ
recognize
る
them
で
and
し
know
ょ。
who they can go to for help.
おー
Oh, so now your Dodoko is one of these special Dodokos with a hat.
ドドコになるんだな。
Exactly, the hat makes Dodoko a Dodo sorcerer now. She can use special spark magic to help even
そ
more
うす
people.
ると大魔法使いの火花の力でもっとたくさんの人を助けられるんだよ。
Sparkborn magic.
クレ
Clay. Quee.
場外の
Jean,
森
the
で
knights have informed me
ま
about
た大きな
explosions being
爆発音
heard from
が
the
聞こえ
forest
たと
outside the
騎
city.
士団の皆が言っていたが
Someone's unhappy.
いいよ騎士のお兄
Mr.
ちゃん
Honorary Knight and
パイモン
Paimon, a
ちゃ
little
ん。
help, please.
今はクレイが助けてもらいたい。
Oh, that's because we cleared out a hill troll camp over there and a bunch of slimes too. Plus, we're working on Quee's
ヒルチャールと
hats.
スライムを片付けたんだ。それパイモンちゃんの
That's
言う
right.
通りだよ。
Paimon-chan no yutori da yo.
オイラが証
Just
明
like
できる
Paimon
ぞ。
said.
オイラたちクレイと一緒に集まったヒルチャールとスライムを片付けたんだ。それにオイラたち課題のために来たんだぜ。
なら
And as for the fish over here,
それは
I might have blasted them, but it's because there were monsters in the lake. I didn't do it on purpose. It's not like those other times.
クレイがうっかり毒犯しちゃったの。今までとは全然違うよ。
つまり
It's absolutely different.
今まで
I
は
see.
ず
I
っと
take it
わ
those
ざと
other
だった
times
とい
were
う
on
ことか
purpose then. Can't escape punishment.
クレイ
Oh, they
前
weren't
に
not
毒
on
犯した
purpose.
魚のことはもう言い訳できない。
So I noticed the destroyed
ここ
camp
に
on the
来
way
る
here,
途
and I
中
saw the monsters
破
fleeing
壊され
along
た
the
魔
shore
物
of
の拠
Starfell
点と
Lake.
星落としの湖からちょうど逃げてきた魔物を見た。他に被害
Am I
が出てい
correct in
ないな。
assuming that's all the
Tabibito.
damage? Traveler, the rest was Paimon's doing, that's all the damage. You say the second, there's no special dialogue, but yeah, you know, Paimon clearing out monsters with a single punch. She's just
オ
awesome
イラ
like
すごいだ
that.
ろ
When she turns back into Asmodee, maybe.
クレ
Clay,
帰ろう。
come with me, let's head back.
うーん。
Oh, is it
ま
confinement
た
for
反
Clay
省室
again?
なの？
今回は
Well, the traveler's
Tabibito
vouching for you, so I suppose your punishment will just have to be a meal at the Good Hunter.
罰と
Oh,
して
cute.
一緒に鹿狩りでしっかり食事をしよう。たくさん走
You've
り
been
回
out
った
and
んだ。
about all day, I'm sure you must
お
be
腹も空
hungry.
いただろ。
今日は優
You're
しい
the best. Aww, Jindancho.
旅人とパイ
You
モン
two are
も
more
一緒
than
に来る
welcome
た
to
め
join as well. How awesome! Paimon been craving some sweet madame. Jean treats you, Paimon, and Quee to a meal with the Good Hunter, along with Dodoko, the newly... Okay. Come on. A weaves that spark. Which is Eve Wright's Sparkborn magic. Here we go. Unlocked
武
character
器は
buff.
普段からいたわってやることだ。
Jean treats you, Paimon, and Quee to a meal with the Good Hunter, along with Dodoko, the newly crowned Dodo sorcerer, of course. With that, the trial comes to a successful close, and that went away far too quickly. Okay. So let's see how this actually works in practice. Perhaps. And actually, it's better off just with Chevy. I believe. Yeah. Fish.
あなたの運命はすでに
Okay. Still decent. This does have 2 favs in the party, which is not great, but... I mean 2 noblesses in the party, but whatever. Okay. And then, the way this works for her is... Could do overvape on certain parties. Do you want to try running the Chevy Bennett Razor Durin team eventually? We'll see. Just see how this works auto-magically. Oh, but it's only during... Ow. What? Well, that was bad. Oops. It's only during Sparks and Splash that she has that special disposition. That's right. Right. Okay. Let's just try this a little bit. A little bit. Teensy weensy bit. You need energy. It's a good amount generated, really. Okay. And go ahead. Let's just try this out. You got 3 sparks. That's exciting. How long those last again? It does not mention a duration to them. Interesting. That's fine. Stay away from you. We'll try this out. Honestly, it... Sure. Cool. And just like so. And here we are. Thanks. Well, that did not work too well either. Oops. Well. Maybe we need to take her to level 90 just so she can actually take 1 hit instead of none. We need a few more scrolls and... Interesting. Takes a lot of cash. Well, I don't know though. I don't really know. Don't want to blow too much. Definitely want to make Varka stronger, but aside from that, it's not a huge concern. Okay. Thanks. Thank you. Ouch! Ouch! Why are you so frail? I mean, other than the whole, you know, being a child thing. Which, frankly, is probably a good enough reason. Okay. Let's try this one more time. Let's try to not take any bad hits. Okay. Cool. And honestly, before I forget, that is right, we did get 5 of these. So... Okay. Take us to 25 on standard. Okay. That said, 21. 22. Give us another Illiga constellation. No. Okay. 23. 24. Hey, more purple. Yahoda constellation. I will take that. Okay. It is marginally closer to making Yahoda kinda usable, which is nice. Of course, only at C6 is she kind of good, in that at C6 she is a side grade to a C0 Sucrose. Well, a side grade to Sucrose, literally just for Flynn's teams. It's very, very silly. But there we go, it's more energy. Helps her a decent deal. Creates 2 of them. So she basically just gets... Well, it's not even really all that much. Gets some energy back. That's right, I did take her to 999. For what purpose? Who knows. But... it's more animo to use. One more relatively pointless animo 4-star. Okay. Yeah, and that takes her burst cost effectively from 70 to 62, which is okay, I guess. When Ino has her constellation, her C4, which we still don't have, unfortunately, that takes her burst cost from 50 to 40, effectively. Ino gets more free energy back from that constellation while already having a lower burst cost. It's actually pathetic. You have to feel bad. You have to feel bad for Yarda. Really. And okay. What? It's just doomed. Okay. Well. You'd think that at least would be something we could take. Hits-wise. I guess not. I want to see what this looks like. How well she can maybe beat that thing. I guess not really. Huh. Okay. Let's try that again. If nothing else, we can do this fight with Varka. Okay. 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 Let's just get one overcharged bullet going. There we are. Now we can just pretend that's not an issue. Da da da. Da da da. It's also nice that she can just bomb ores. Though, of course, in the end, the best option for ore mining is actually going to be next patch for Nana, because she can just shoot an arrow and have her firefly summon, blow up ores, and capture animals. Again, it is interesting that utility for filler 5 stars is basically, what if they had an unlimited version of a craftable gadget? Which is honestly a pretty good way to do it. I'm not complaining. Okay. Here we go. Alright. Thanks. Okay. That's reasonable. And, okay. Thank you. And, cool. I guess I was too overzealous. You know, honestly, if I want to... Not that thing. Just go fight Infinitesimal. If I really want to. Yeah. That's something where we can also run a Kui. Just want to see what the Boom Boom Strike looks like. Is that so much to ask? It honestly might be. Okay. It's interesting that she could front load her particle jet like that. Okay. Cool. Let's just go into the Ancient Sacred Mountain. And for what it's worth, Varka's also pretty good at fighting this thing too. Because again, combining the ability to do blunt damage to break the Geo Ward is with doing pyro hits to fill the overburn. Okay. Hello there. Thanks. Oh, alright. Dodge. Thank you. And, alright. Ouch. Okay. Thank you. 1, 2, 3. Thanks. Okay. Dodge. And dodge. Well, so that is what it looks like. I really didn't like the time lag on that. Well, that was interesting. guess the real question is, to what extent can I go for distance? Because is her charge attack still limited to right in front of her? So that was the main issue. Let's try this. With that, it is. What about the boom boom strike? It still is. She still is comically short range with the catalyst. Well, okay. Getting these boom badges. That's nice. I just want to try this out. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna let you just spin around like that. That's okay. So if I were to go at you from a distance, and yeah, the boom boom strike does enable her to attack from a distance, which is nice. Okay. She needs a bit more energy on that team, though. Well, from actually running other characters. But yeah, it's meaningfully distant if need be. Okay. Let's do Varka's. Took long enough. Let's click correctly. Okay. Again, that team is gonna be this guy and this guy. Bennett's on every team. And Venti! Yay. Okay. Let's run Varka's homework. Witch's homework was born from discussions between Varka and the witches. The test son of Varka himself appears to be, and it's just reducing the cooldown of a special skill, which is actually still quite good. Okay. Go to Mondstadt. Stories to Saint the Glass and Scroll. Over by Good Hunter. Okay. You know, since it was Varka who came up with the whole idea of holding a conference with a Hexen Circle, how come we never found out what task they gave him? And... okay. What kind of things we have to say? Okay. Let's see, Varka. Wait, why is it blank? Why don't we just go ask him ourselves? This one was, of course, added this patch. You know, I wonder whether Nicole is gonna have her own witch's homework, which... to what extent would that even make sense? Or if she might just be a Hexen Circle character, just by default. Good point. Well, knowing what he's like, we better start by checking all the local taverns and restaurants. Okay. Still not here, huh? Looks like I'll have to figure this out on my own. Speak of the devil, huh? Hey, Varka, we wanted to ask you about your task. Oh, hey there, Honorary Knight in Paimon. My task, what's all this about? The Hexen Circle set tasks for everyone, but yours seems to be blank. Now that you mention it, I'm pretty sure Alice did tell me something about that, I think. You think that conference of yours is why those tests even exist in the first place? Anyway, why is yours blank? Because
それよりなんでお前の課題は空欄一行なんだ？
ああ
if I had to take a wild guess, probably because it'd be too much for that little book of theirs to
あ
handle.
の小さな本に
Now
は
I'm listening.
少
How
し
much are we
荷が重
talking?
かったんだろう。デイは
My
最
task is
高
to make
の
the
フィッシ
finest
ュを
wine
作り出
Tibet
す
has
ことだ
ever seen. How's that too
どこが
much?
重いんだよ。
甘く見てもらっちゃ
Trust me,
困
this
る
is serious business. See this
こ
new
の腕
scar on my
の新しい
arm.
傷は
It's what it cost me
そ
to
の
just get
先
my
の
hands
レシ
on
ピ
the
を手に入
recipe.
れる過程で追ったもんだ。混沌とし
There I
た
was
秘境
venturing
の
into a
奥深く
deep
に
dark
覗く
domain, battling some of the
極
fiercest,
まり
most
ない
vicious
魔物と
monsters
戦
I've
う
ever
必要があっ
seen.
てな。
Seriously.
課題は特
Now we're
別な
just
材
three
料を
special
あと
ingredients short
3
of
つ
finishing
揃えれ
this
ば
thing.
達成でき
Honorary
る。
Knight and Paimon would be willing to lend me a hand.
俺に力を貸してくれないか？
Goodness. Fine, why not? Since it's only 3 things, Paimon's just gonna pretend she buys your
騙さ
story.
れたと思って付き合ってやるよ。
よし。
Alright, hey, so we still need wood chips struck by
騎士
knights,
が砕いて出し
pigeon
た
feathers
木
shed
くず
in joy,
喜びと
medicinal
共
broth
に舞い
brewed
落ち
in
た
a large
鳩の
cauldron.
羽。そして大鍋で煮込んだ薬草スープだ。
I can think of the wood chips.
それって
It is possible to make wood alcohol, although that'd be pretty poisonous. Wait a sec, what we're supposed to be making wine? This sounds like some kind of super suspicious potion. Oh, good point. Well, our taskmasters are a bunch of mages
魔女
after
たちの
all.
課題だからな。はは。
Hmm. Again, that was... Sounds like the big cooking pot in Dada
レ
Upa
シピを
Gorge.
完璧に再現
We're
する
following
に
the
は
recipe to the
きっ
letter,
ちり
so
条
all
件
three
に満た
ingredients
した
must
材料
adhere
を
to
揃
their
える
requirements.
必要がある。
Come on, let's get started with
まず
those
は
wood chips.
木くずが手に入る場所へ向かおう。
Okay. Go to the Knights of Favonius training ground. Oh. Talk to... Okay.
しっかりついてこいよ。ついてこれる
And
か？
we will. Yep, climb up and there it is. Just trying to give myself reasons to use this jump. Clearly. Can we terminate it early by pressing space? Yeah, and we should. When we're at max height. So this is where we'll be getting those wood chips struck by knights, huh? And it's Ellen.
やっぱりここかな。
Hi. Hello, Grandmaster, Honorary Knight. Are you here to train
今
as
日は
well?
訓練に来たの？
目標を
Well,
追い
maybe
求
not
め
in
て
the
励む
traditional
っての
sense, but
も
we're here to pursue a
ま
goal,
あ
so I guess
確
that
かに
counts
一つの
too.
訓練だな。
もう十分
You're already
強
so
いのに
skilled that you
さ
still
らに上を目
strive
指
for
すなんて。
perfection. Please train however you like. I'll be taking notes from the side.
私は横で勉強させてもらうから。
Okay. And here we are. We got Trial Varka and Trial Traveler. So got Mighty Wolf.
訓練
The
場は
training
二人
grounds
の
are
好きに
yours
使っ
or
て
to witness a pair of top
二人
masters
みた
in
いな
action.
実力者の
But
腕
luck.
前を直接見られるんだもの。あと3日待たされたって大丈
Okay.
よっと。
Should be able to just hit in the middle. Right. What time limit? Are they going to automatically reappear or what?
夫。訓練場は
I mean, this wasn't fast enough, right?
ダメ
No,
だ
we're
な
not quite getting the quality I saw that day.
あの日ほど
Let's
じゃ
try
ない
again.
もう一回やってみるか。
Simplest way would be to just plunge in the middle. Yeah, exactly. Roland brings out new wooden dummies. I had no idea that Knights of Venice had training dummies this huge. Overordered the training ground wooden dummies, regular large wooden dummy. My father made this special collector's edition. I'm sure it'll prove worthy of your skills. And let's give it a shot.
こいつを試してみるか。
訓練場は2人の好き。
Okay. Let's just try the burst. It is weak. Yeah. Terminate it early. Only the first half of the special charge. Okay. Amazing, so that's how you do it. How about his palm? I feel like she's heard that reaction like 100 times before. Well, it's been a while since I've done that commission. Okay. Oh, yep, this will do. The shape, the texture, the quality. Brilliant.
かなり質のいい木くずだ。
How can you tell one wood chip apart from another is beyond Paimon. Whatever, as long as you're happy. Next up is pigeon feathers shed in joy.
次の材料は
The
喜
next
びと
ingredient.
ともに舞い落ちた鳩の羽
Hato no hane. Pigeon feathers. And then there. We go over and meet Timmy again. Plainly. Been some time. Okay. So fast.
しっかりついてこいよ。
And though to be fair, if we don't have to actively be jumping, it really isn't meaningfully faster. And it does stop stamina regen. If it were a chance to regain stamina, as with Yeon's dash, then that'd be quite good, but... Oops. Hey, you've scared off all the pigeons. As usual. Be afraid. Be very afraid. Grandmaster? Yeah.
お
Hey, if it isn't little Timmy, grown up quite a bit,
ずい
haven't
ぶ
you
ん背
been
が伸
eating
びた
well?
みたいだな。ちゃんと飯は食べてるか？
Yes, sir, I always remember what you told me, that I've got to eat well and exercise hard if I want to grow up big and strong.
立派な男になるためにはちゃんとご飯を
This
食べ
kid's
て
attitude, it
しっ
changed
か
in
り
a
トレーニン
heartbeat.
グすること。
Well, I guess that's the Varka effect. Honestly, Pawn would be shocked if there was a single kid in the city who didn't look up to our living legend over here.
悪いな。
Sorry for scaring
お
your
前の
pigeons
鳩をびっ
away.
くりさせちまって。ちょうど
I
聞
was
きたかっ
actually
たん
going
だ
to
が
ask, is there a way to approach
鳩に
pigeons
近
without
づいても
spooking them
驚
while
かせ
keeping
ず
them happy at the
むし
same
ろ
time?
喜ばせておく方法を知らないか？
To be honest, I usually just walk up to them and quietly and scatter some feed.
そうか。
Boom, that's
それ
it.
だ
So you got any extra
まだ
feed on you
餌
right
は
now?
余ってるか？
餌ならた
I
くさ
do
んあ
have
りま
quite
す
a
けど
bit, but Grandmaster, what are you
でも
planning to do?
大団長一体何を
Hi, hello, I'm doing alright. I'm a little tired.
安心しろ。
It's doing their
約束する。
buff quests.
羽を
I
少
did
し借り
quiz
るだけ
earlier
だ
because I got Kui on Friday.
これは大人同士の約束だぞ。
Don't worry, little man, we just need to borrow a feather or two. You have my word.
ありがとうござい
Oh,
ます
alright
大
then, no
団長
problem, and thank you, Grandmaster. Go to where the pigeons gather. He's right here, and anything to say? What are you doing? Okay, nothing to say. In a good way, bad way, private way. Going all the way over to... Getting closer to the gorge. We can weep up here. This is good for, yeah, mantling over terrain. But... time to jump. Okay. Ground shook.
地面に鳩の
Looks like we got ourselves some pigeon tracks. Let's
こ
wait
こで
here.
少し待ってみるか。鳩が
When
現
they
れた
appear,
ら
walk up to them quietly
そっ
and
と
scatter the
近づい
feed, but
て
make sure not to
餌
hurt
を
them.
まいて
Right.
やるんだ。絶対に傷つけるなよ。準備はいいか？
Oh, in California? We're ready? Give me a moment. Okay. Sorry to hear that. Talk to him.
地面に
Looks
鳩
like we
が
got
現
ourselves some
れ
pigeon
たら
tracks, and we're ready. We're in, yep, stealth mode here. Oh, okay. Can roll. Can actually use the skill still. And now we're red, but also rolling. Get some special dog where we scare them up. Hey, we scared them away. Guess we'll have to wait for them to come back now. Oops. We failed. Okay. Yeah, for some reason we can go into Night Soul mode. Okay. Scatter the bait. And did that work? Why is it glowing? Well, whatever. Cool. Did we get it? Got him, the feathers are in the bag. I repeat, the feathers are in the bag. Finally, this task really is harder than by Mondstadt.
この課題確かに思ってたよりも大変だぜ。
Just one more ingredient to go. Medicinal prop brewed in a large cauldron. It's gotta be Dada Upa Gorge. I'll head over there right away. Thought whenever you can. Alright. He's just gonna jump. No, he... Does the Joseph Joestar run? And with that, he's talk about excited that God just took off faster than a flock of flustered pigeons. Classic free is the wind mentality. Bet he can barely wait for the drinks to start flowing. That old booze hound, who was that? It's Diona. Ah. Diona, what are you doing here and why were you hiding? I'm only here to pick some fruit, I swear. Just didn't expect I'd run to that piece of work all the way out here. Oh, he's been bugging me non-stop lately, trying to talk me into making him some drink again. I got so sick of it that I've been avoiding him whenever I can. It's the story behind this drink, then. So you know how he returned recently with some of the expeditionary force, right? Well, guess what? Practically the first thing he did was swing by the cat's tail for a celebratory drink or two. Seriously, Paman thought they'd have just stayed back at the Knights of Favonius headquarters. I was at Varka down as more of an angel share kind of guy myself. Hence why I said practically they did all that and more. The cat's tail was round 3 of a citywide tavern crawl. There are only 2 taverns in the city last I checked. And Paman bets they'll do it all over again the next time another batch of troops returns home. No doubt about that. Anywho, long story short, I couldn't bear the sight of those drunk old skunks for even 1 second longer. So I made it my mission to mix the most disgusting, nauseating drinks in all of Tibet, but Diona couldn't make a bad drink even if he tried because of the Oceanid's blessing. Yeah, so that's why I tried to get Prince to mix the drinks instead the actual card cat. Ah, if only those drunkards hadn't started messing with his meowja. In the end, Prince ran off before he could finish. We gave that old boozer a nice big scratch on the way out. Now that'll do it, unfortunately. Sorry to hear that. Oh, so that's how Varka got his scar. There I was, venturing to Deep Dark Domain Tavern, battling some of the fierce monstrous monsters Prince the Cat I've ever seen. Anyway, it was right there in front of me, one small step away from completion. So you applied the finishing touches yourself. Yeah. Put in there. Some wood chips I noticed on the knight's clothes, some pigeon feathers I picked up in the forest, and heliotrope soup. So they're trying to recreate that. And some of the heliotrope herbal soup I was planning to turn into a remedy for sobering up. Wait a sec, you said all this happened not long after Varka first got back, right? That must mean no one's told him that only Diona herself can make such an awful recipe taste good. Oh, so he's not aware of Diona's blessing. Uh-oh. That's not good. Uh-oh, this could be bad. We've got to go stop him before it's too late. Diona is an actual child. The only ones who aren't are Yansan and Dori. And maybe Sayu. That's vague. Like, don't get yourself imprisoned. Don't be a pedophile. The old booze brain will be okay though, won't he? Well, let's go over here. Oh, we can actually take the shortcut. It's been literal years. Pick up a crystal fly for real for the first time in forever. And I see. Oh, I guess we could we use the wind catcher? Maybe. I did end up using the wind catcher for, let me see. Yay! We can actually pick those up, I guess. I used this in the domain version of the Design Bureau some months back to see if I could get on top, and you can. There's just really no point to it. Okay. Yeah, exactly. Various things in Mondstadt that he was not aware of from when he got back. Big thing being Diona's whole deal. Hi, hello. And well, alright. And there we go. Cool. Did it? It didn't spawn in on top. It just didn't drop anything. Okay. Boom. So now, go up to this wind current for the first time again in a long while. Again, it's good to have a reason to go back to Mondstadt. Oh, it's you. Okay. And of course you're immune to half my damage. Okay. Come on. Cool. It is interesting that... Oh, well. I missed the opportunity with that, but whatever. People say that this spot, either this spot or maybe the Cape Oath spot with the big void rift going to the reef, may have been the spot of another statue of the Seven. Well, the original spot of the stolen Venti statue. That said, having two this close is kind of weird. Though to be fair, Nodcry exists. That's still not as close. And this would be... What's the closest two statues the Seven have theoretically been? Probably somewhere in Notland. Yeah. These ones are ridiculously close. All of these are just almost a straight shot. Okay. No, this is really, really funny. One statue of the Seven being just flat out visible from the other without any trouble. Okay, and then in Fontaine, there were none that were that close to each other. The Court of Fontaine one is notable for being the only one that is actually inside an urban area. That's pretty big. Because all of the others are at least on the outskirts of the city. But that one's right next to the Point Ramonia. A lot of people were saying at first that that was probably sort of a sign that Fontaine was closer to the gods or whatever. Which, I don't know. Some people thought that a nail would end up getting dropped during the Fontaine Archon quest, which didn't happen. It is notable that we have not yet seen a nail get dropped. And to be fair, if a nail has at all been dropped on Fontaine, it's presumably on Mount Asus, to which we have not yet gone. Maybe it hasn't yet. Maybe we'll see one get dropped. Unbelievable, since when were hill trolls so amenable to reason? Oh, you haven't seen Varka around here, have you? As a matter of fact, yes I have. Just now he went off to borrow a large cauldron from the hill trolls, and get this, they gave it up as soon as they saw him. Fear and respect. The last time the cauldron was relevant was, honestly, 5 years ago when Jean-Louis had us use it to boil stones in the Lille Archon quest. Weirdest thing was, they barely exchanged any words at all. I just don't understand how it all went so smoothly. Could the Grandmaster know some hill troll body language that I'm unaware of? I don't think that was communication, at least not in any recognizable language, body or otherwise. It wasn't communication, it was intimidation. But that's not the point here anyway. Where is he now? Right over there. Finally, it's done. The finest wine in all of Tibet right here in my hands. Varka, don't.
テイバット最高の美酒だ
Uh-oh.
それが今この瞬間
Psycho no
俺
Bishu.
の手の中にある
The greatest gourmet drink.
お
Oh, hey again, you finally made it. Those hill trolls just now were surprisingly reasonable. Didn't expect this to go half so smoothly on. Maybe they were willing to part with it because it was an especially bad batch. Probably.
さ
Anyway, time to find out what this bad boy tastes like. Wait, don't drink it.
お
Oh, you wanted to taste it firsthand, Dreamon Kid. The honor of the first cup's mine. That's not what I'm...
この一杯目の栄誉は絶対に譲れない安心しろ
Don't worry, I'll leave some
お
for
前
you.
たちの分も少しは残しておくから
And as soon as he became playable, he dies. Chug chug on her. He's still smiling. Hold up, why do I feel so bad?
なんだかまずい
We're gonna have to take him to the church for healing. Oops. Varka, are you okay? Varka, Varka. Snake, snake, snake. I can't believe Varka's dead. Grandmaster, come on, dude, get a hold of yourself. They should have had him write something in the dirt with his finger, if he's sticking it out anyway. Come on, he didn't defeat a god just to bite the dust here. Maybe he did. For a moment there, I could have sworn I saw all the previous knights of Boreas standing right here in front of me. I don't know if I should chew you out for ending up like this, or marvel that you're still standing at all.
もう少し消化させてくれさっきの酒もこの痛い教訓もな
Either way, I need a moment to digest it all, both the drink and the lesson too. Give Varka the rundown of Diana's infallible knack for mixing drinks, in other
なる
words...
ほどそういうこ
Naruhodo.
とか足りなかった材料
Only
は
she could turn
水
such
の
strange
精霊の
ingredients
祝
into
福
top-rate
ってわ
liquor.
けか
Oh, so the missing ingredient was actually the
それ
spring
は思い
fairy's
もよらな
blessing.
かった
I never would have guessed. Again, she's an ocean head. Back during the early Fontaine Ley Mondstadt poem quest line. Hey, don't you act all innocent. You still owe us one for trying to pull the wool over our eyes.
悪い悪い
Sorry, truth is though, I genuinely believed it would work, and I was even planning to become queen of a drink or two
一
afterwards
緒に飲
anyway.
みながら説明しようと思ってたが今は
But I guess you probably don't want to drink it anymore, do you? I think I'll
慣れないよな。
pass. Not sure I've got that kind of courage.
そうか
Oh, well, I guess I owe you one.
じゃ
How
あ
about this? I'll
今
treat you to
回
a
の
meal
酒
at
の
the
件
Good
で
Hunter once we're
一つ
back.
借りができたってことだな今度は改めて鹿狩りでおごらせてくれ
No, that's more like it. You're way too easy to bribe.
それならいいぜまあお酒でこんなに長く苦しんでるんだしいい薬になったんじゃないか
Oh, come on, he saw what a state he was in after he downed that cup. I'm unsure he's learned his lesson. So I guess I have no one to blame but myself, huh? Anyway, back to the subject of your task. Why is it blank? Oh, well, I was gonna say that story for the tavern, but I guess the open air will have to do.
こうなった以上普通に話すしかないな
Oh? Cutscene? Oh,
みん
no.
なに課題を出す
Oh, and they're over the dodo phone. So you're giving tests to everyone in Mondstadt. Huh, interesting idea. Do I get one too? Oh, well, if you really must know, yours was to change the fate reflected in the scribe glass. But you already did that quite some time ago, the moment you decided to set off on your expedition to be precise. And again, that was in his animated short, which is basically a third trailer for him, where he, instead of becoming Mondstadt's hero, decided to go on the expedition and save Boreas. Cool. The untitled question, homework complete. They, again, really do expect everyone to watch the supplementary trailers coming out for better or worse now. Okay. So we got a special ticket. A meal ticket. That's gonna be... where? Then we just have 4 more bonus pieces of intel that are never getting used. Okay. Yahooter. That was where? Where's our meal ticket? Oh, right here. Varka's invitation ticket. A hand-drawn invitation ticket from Varka. Can be redeemed at the Good Hunter for a hearty meat-filled feast. Meat-filled. One could make a joke. Hello, welcome to Good Hunter. How can I help you? Varka said it's his treat. That's right, he's arranged everything. These dishes have been prepared specially for you, so please enjoy your meal. So they lost our ticket and got a free one of his specialty. Hearty indulgence. Varka's specialty, generous cuts of smoked chicken thigh and tall glasses of apple cider, laid out in a rugged, bold style, say everything you need to know about his owner. Its owner, whether in battle or at the table, he never holds back. And... it gets replaced. Varka's invitation ticket. Hand-drawn invitation ticket from Varka can be redeemed at the Good Hunter for a hearty meat-filled feast. A small stamp reading "Use" is marked in the corner on the back. So we get a keepsake version, just like we did with his money stash. Cool. So now he's in Hexerai mode. Let's see how this actually works out in practice. Big thing is that he can use his special skill a bit faster now. Let's try this. Well, let's actually level him a little more. We can use him to fight the gecko now. That's right. Okay. Come on. Come on. Wait for that. Okay. Go for your attack. Cool. Just like this, and attack. One charge, and then it's 1, 2, 3, 4. Hit. 1, 2, 3, 4, and hit. Yeah, being able to get that out in a downly fashion makes a massive difference. He's actually kind of strong now. Kinda. We'll have to make him a bit stronger, so let's do a few more runs of this boss. We need 13 more. If we get a 4 roll, and we haven't gotten a single one, that'll save us a little bit of resin, though I don't know if we can expect that level of luck. Probably not. At least it doesn't take much time at all. You will respawn. Cool. As soon as you get back. Cool. Let's do this a few more times. That's exciting. Just so. I do appreciate that he is a character who actually uses the charge attacks. Thank you. 1, 2, 3, 4, and boom. Nice. It's good. It's good. Because again, previously without the Hex passive active, he was getting 1 attack off. Maybe a second right at the end after Bennett's buff expired. So... please give us at least a 1 4-drop. That would be really nice. Really nice. Okay. Yeah, we have our Z-Buy teleport waypoint. You can just stay away and avoid the HP drain, which is nice too. Thanks, and alright. Thank you. Here we go. 1, 2, charge attack. 3, 4, skill. 1, 2, 3, 4, and skill again. Nice. It's pretty capable team. Not amazing, but perfectly usable. And give us a 4. I honestly get the impression that behind the scenes they changed the odds of getting a 4 roll to make it basically nothing, because I got a good number of them when they first added word level 9 in that one, and of course it may just be luck and all, but still. Thanks. And cool. Just so. And 1 charge. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hit. 1, 2, 3, 4. And there we are. Very, very good. Very, very good. And of course, if we can't kill the enemy in one cycle and therefore get more particles, we do need to use a little more in the way of... Oh goodness. Weave in another Venti E. Venti Tap E. At the end there. Yeah, whatever. It's not like she needs much. Meteor. I will need to. Oh, toss them soon, but still. Oh, thank goodness! We got one. That's gonna save us an okay amount of resin. Cool. This is gonna be the last fight. And I can grind a few Wolf-Fangs to level this weapon. Then I guess we'll do the intel quests. That'll be good. Cool. A little bit more in the way of experience books. Yep, and with what we got from the Varka quests. Yep, we have enough. Let's just iframe that. Thank you. Thank you. And right there. One. Charge. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And another one. Awesome. It's just a decently strong team. Not crazy, but not bad either. No complaints. Use this and sure. Get a few more. Maybe we'll go for a bit of cash. It's not a good goblet. Okay. And then we can... Yeah, Mora. We need 6 Animo gemstones. What can we convert safely? One way or another, the coming week's going to be a lot of farming of artifacts to hopefully get him a real set. Conversion. We don't have much of anything, really. Okay. Need 15 in total. 1, 2, 5, 9, and 13. Okay. Got the most, this is still pyro. This is decent. Okay. Now we can... Alright. We don't even have hardly any of the little bits. Huh. Okay. Yeah, there aren't a lot of bosses that drop animo gemstones, weekly or standard. Honestly. Shame. Finish this.
騎士の3つの美徳覚えたか？よし、じゃあ全部忘れろ。どんな騎士になるか、どの道に進むかは自分で決めるものだからな。
Whatever kind of knight I am. Okay. Oh, that's a lot. Okay. The first knight with virtue is humility. Only by letting go of your ego and being willing to learn can you grow day by day. Second knight with virtue is honesty. Deceitful and cunning words might win you the upper hand in the moment, but a victory won by the blade never lasts.
剣で掴み取る勝利こそ偽りなきものだ。
The third knightly virtue is integrity. Every knight must live by their own conscience and walk their own path, while yours is steely resolve and never waver.
自分の選んだ道を信じ、初心を忘れずに進まねばならん。
Remember, the three knightly virtues, good now, forget them all, whatever kind of knight we want to be, whatever path we choose to take, it's up to us. Mr. Freedom. Okay. Well, in that case, like I said, we gotta pick up a little bit more in the way of... Oh, come on. At least he's close. Okay. A few more fangs from the talent domain. Hi. 1, 2, 3, 4. Boom. Easy. Oh, there we go. Oh, that didn't do it. Oh, whatever. Yeah, because there are no party members triggering swirl reactions. No other animo. He's losing a lot of damage by having this stupid party. Ah, that's fine. Whatever. It's dealing about half the damage it would be. That's right. Well, okay. More than half of his damage is getting lost by not having the right party members. Even if he's not using their buffs directly. Well, okay. Let's do this. And... okay. You know what? Let's try this. Just for fun. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And 1, 2, 3. Sparks and splashes over though. Okay, that's fine. Let's just try this on you then. 1, 2, 3, 4. Thanks. Hit. Okay. 1, 2. Yeah, they're getting resisted pretty strongly. Yeah, we would actually be better just using physical normals, that's right. Okay. That's fine. If it works, it works. Physical Varka, huh? Okay. As the animo ain't much. Taking a good amount of physical damage. Okay. That's... oh, goodness. I think we'll be able to level the weapon, but besides that, we'll see. Come on. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Hit. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Thanks. 1, 2. We will hit a little bit more while we have it. Just fun animations, regardless of strength proper. Thank you. And when can we actually stagger him, if at all? That's fine. Got a couple. Once you're in stealth mode, we have the ability to knock you out pretty decently. Thanks. Ouch. Where are you? Thank you. And... where'd he go? Where'd he go? Okay. Physical DPS and its Varka. Though to be fair, the charge attack actually isn't as much of a poise monster. Just want to be going for normals, honestly. Okay. Ouch. Ouch. Okay. Wow. He might die next round. Interesting. On fragile. Let's see where we are. It's 4, 15. It's worth trying, though we'll probably have to get a little lucky with our crafting amount. Okay. Okay. As of right now, we need 4 more. Yeah. If we got lucky and got a bonus gold thing, maybe that would be good. Maybe. Bonus production. And... Come on. Come on. Well, it was worth a shot. Honestly, I should probably just crack a fragile directly. Just gonna use a little for maybe some more, depending on our luck here. Okay. Because I would like to not have to spend all my Stardust. Okay. Cool. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and well, we missed one. That's fine. 1, 2, 1, 2. Strong charge attack. Okay. You know what? If it hit well, that's fine. Cool, cool, cool. Thanks. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just going for physical normals. 3, 4. Hit. 1, 2. But we gotta hit you. Thanks. Let's hit both of you, if we can. Thank you. Nice. Fine. Go for 1. It is kind of funny that we're going for the physical normals with him, because his attack animations are actually pretty similar to Yuma's, and his burst animation is especially because... Oh. They're both using Favonius blade work, and in particular, they're the only two characters using Favonius blade work with a claymore at all. It is interesting that technically, since he's using 2 claymores, we still have not seen any character using true Favonius blade work. In the sense that, well, whatever. That's fine. Get a tiny amount of more. I used 40 when I should have just used 20. Well, whatever. Whatever. Though 20 might not have been enough. Okay. And then we'll just test him out. That's exciting. Okay. See where this takes me. Doubt I have enough material, but whatever. Cool. And we don't have enough ore. We don't have enough more, huh? Yeah, okay. Gonna have to cash in some Stardust, huh? But if it comes down to it, we can cash in for 1 million or so. In the end, it's the weapon that matters primarily. Weapon and skills. Oh, okay. Let's get a bit more ore. Need that eventually. Though I really do need to start just going mining again. That's for certain. Okay. Interesting. Though I will get a good deal from export. Big thing is that I do plan on going for Esco's signature, and that will maybe hurt some things. Okay. Yeah, we can take them to 7. That's nice at least. Though any further will be costly. Okay. You know what? Why not? Do we have enough? We don't. We would have, but taking them to 7 is probably a bit more cost-effective, so we'll see. I farm a bit more in the way of Mora this week when I'm not farming bosses or artifacts. Let's try and oh, that's right, there are still dailies. Yeah. But once Varka and Aquila get skilled up, well, of course, there's also artifacts for Varka. Needs Rising Winds for certain. He's just using a Desert Pavilion set right now. Queen needs Rising Winds, I cast, though she's not as important. Then Razor needs Rising Winds, though again, not that important. Durin is fun with his emblem set, though he'd ideally like Rising Winds. Then I gotta figure out some Albade for Linnea next patch, but I'll get some pieces along with Rising Winds after all. What's interesting is that Linnea actually, as in Lunar Crystallized sub-DPS next patch for Zebai Illigabina team. So that's interesting, is that that's a full Moonside team. But oh goodness, she actually prefers Husk, technically. If you invest and get her constellations up. It's a concept. Just get more and more from defense. It's interesting. Well, whatever. She's still some time away. So let's see how well this team works. Not anywhere near how strong it's going to get eventually, but hey, still nice. Oh. Linnea's boss is going to outright be not necessarily quite an angel, but an outright celestial being. And that's going to be the first time we fought anything of that sort, which is really going to be endgame soon. Okay. And alright, thanks. And you're gonna ouch! Okay, that's fine. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, hit. 1, 2, 3, 4, hit again. 1, 2. Wow. To be fair, having Pyro, well, not necessarily relying on Pyro, is making this team quite good against that specific boss, but still, hey, that's fun. Now let's try you against a couple of relevant bosses, and then do our dailies, finish our intel. Okay, let's go in the Sacred Mountain. The ancient Sacred Mountain. Start out with Duin, though. Probably start from behind. Okay. Let's let our stamina get up a little so we're not running out of sprints and such. Okay, cool. Nice. And actually stun you slightly, which is fun. Okay, alright. Thanks. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, hit, and 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright. And dodge. Alright, cool. Nice, thank you. Thank you, thanks. Nice, and slash 1, 2, 3, 4. Lots of blunt hits. That's a good one. Thank you. And right there, and okay. Cool. Hits. Just so, and I think this should maybe do it. I hope. Slash 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and another big hit. Oh well, we kind of died. That's not good. If we hadn't died there, we would have beaten it handily. That is kind of the big thing, you know. Dying kind of weighs you down. But everyone still had their energy, and Varka literally doesn't want to ever use his bursts, so that's still good. Let's beat this thing up, beat up the array, beat up Bronzok, I think. Because Varka's good against Bronzok is similar to Chaska. He deals multiple damage types. It's fun. Okay. 1, 2, thank you. And just like this. Alright. 1, 2. We will face tank that if needed. Thanks. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hit and 1, 2. Let's just get out of the way. Well, that didn't quite work. Okay. So there is some range limitation. That's something. Come on. Whatever. Thanks. That was a little annoying because it meant we're losing some Bennett burst time. Yup, alright. Okay. Thank you. And just as so. Nice. And alright. Okay. Thanks. Slash. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1. Let's actually use that, sure. Thank you. Thanks. And dodge. Well, oh my goodness. This is evil. I'm trying way too hard for this. It's fun though. Definitely could have made it work if I had not missed that one singular. Venti E in the first couple of phases. That's a shame. Well, that's life. Really making me miss, in advance, Nicole. Even though she's, you know, not in the game yet, really. As a playable, at least. Because again, he doesn't really have anything in the way of poise. He takes a lot of damage. Yeah. Okay. Thanks. And alright. Thank you. Well, that kind of sucked too. Thank you. And 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And 1 slash dodge. Thank you. And go ahead and just eat this. Cool. Nice. Thank you. And go ahead. Nice. And another charge attack. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And thank you. Cool. And another one. Dodge. Try to not die. That's a big one. Dying sucks. Okay. Come on. Heal faster. Hate this. Okay. Please. All I want is to destroy you. It is a quite tough one. I think the Varka team that I run on that fight can kind of get it in 2 cycles. If not quite 2, then very close to it. But the really funny thing is that Varka's particle gen is actually really good. It's just he doesn't care for the particles himself because his burst is always a DPS loss. And it can't be used to space anything interestingly because he has to be on field hitting things. Nefer's burst is good as a space filler while you wait for Dew to regen for Lunar Bloom, but he does not have anything of that sort. He has no benefit from it. Sad. And it's kind of wild how much stagger you get from that attack. 2, 3, 4. From both Bennett's burst and his individual dodge. Dodge. Okay. Alright. Okay, well, okay. You tried. Thanks. Okay. Let's heal up a weensy bit. Thank you. 1, 2, 3, 4. Though, honestly, if anything, we should be spamming these after that's ready. Oh, whatever. It's not a big deal. Thanks. And there we are. Try this out while we have the opportunity. There we go. Nice and strong. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Hit. 1, 2, 3, 4. Another big one. And okay. We can just hit you down a little further. That was fun. So that did in fact work. Nice. Let's try that on the other bosses that are kind of relevant to his kit. Which again, he's got blunt, which means we can fight the supercomputing array. And then we'll go on bronze on because he's got split damage. Cool. Honestly, could definitely span a bit more field time. Though Vennessa is getting overburned down faster. Well, regardless. Hello there. To see how well this works. And right here. Yep, pretty darn good. Thank you. 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. The annoying thing is that we got hit by 2 of them. Why? I guess we could have and should have just dodged, but even still. Okay, whatever. Varka, why? And honestly, it focus on just breaking the word and then winding it up with the damage window. It's not. You don't have to worry about pure time. With the Boreas team, her being the Overlord's getting procced, are also dealing with the Lord, which is why she's so good against it. Because she can just run normal rotation. She doesn't have to worry about setting up damage windows in any particular way. Good for her. Good for Boreas. Glad for Boreas. And because of the crowd control, it's also good against Sigurd. Even though these are neither his actual shill bosses, which are the Wolf and the Mandalora. Thank you. And 1, 2. Thank you. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. As long as we hit one of them, we're good to go. Cool. Nice. And, alright. And then it's gonna come back after this instance. Yep, shield's back, so let's sit down. Cool. Wonder what it would be like if we just ran the normal rotation without worrying too much about all that. Whatever. Thank you. Just so. Thank you. And well, alright. That's right, we don't have the ability to do plunging attacks. Alright. Alright. That was not good. Let's just try this. Doing the rotation normally. Okay. Okay. See how long that might take in comparison. It's fun. It's fun. Enjoy testing out characters like this. Can still get a little stronger by upgrading his talents. He really just needs skill and that's it. That's funny. Okay. Nice. And here we are. But it's basically no blood damage. And the fact that he has no ability to do any kind of plunging attack is silly. Oh, whatever. And there we are. Yeah, that'll hurt things. You know, maybe he isn't that good a matchup. He honestly isn't that good a matchup. Oh well. Oh well. Just as soon as that's done, to the point that it'd probably be better to just abuse the iframes of bursts to attack during to set up during the window of the wave attack. Okay, alright. Thank you. Oh, but you weren't damageable, so they lost all those particles. Okay, alright. Thanks. Cool. 2, 3, 4. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright. Thank you. I guess. Okay. This is quite unfortunate. Thank you. And Varka. 1, 2, 3, 4. Isn't it 9-step split damage? And he actually does jump over. It's not just for show. He can dodge some of those attacks that way, which is also pretty good. Okay. And this, you are not a problem. Hi. Hello. Alright. I thought that would have worked a little bit better. Well, that's fine. And that's over. Cool. Oh, okay. Let's try Sigurd then. Now. And then the array one more time, and then we'll finish out with those quests. Okay. Alright. I really don't want to use those artifact juices on you, especially not right now. Okay. But again, it's kind of wacky, because technically, thinking long term, maybe even with, I guess the question is whether just having R1, her bow, makes it better to have her husk than Albaid technically, but even still. Okay. Infinitesimal, bronze luck. Oh, it's rainy. That's actually not good. Seems we're not getting our pyro swirls, and we don't really care about vaporize. Can we just make it not rainy anymore? Sure. I hope. Ah. At least he's fun. And we're all still waiting for them to add Mount Asus. It's a big amount of water in between. Here and here. More than was kind of expected, honestly. Oh well. And at least it isn't raining anymore. Don't have to worry about getting electrocharged by him, which is good. Hi. Hello. And there we go. And, okay. Thank you. And, alright. We can totally stop you from doing that at all. Awesome. 2, 3, 4. Hit. 1, 2, 3. 4, hit, and another execution. Nice, and okay. Thank you. And just like so. We missed some of this, which is unpleasant. Okay, at least we can be easily ground control. 2, 3, 4, okay, alright. But that's kind of getting you out of range, which I don't like. Okay, well, whatever. And without this, we'd have to primarily rely on crowd control to deal with you guys. Okay, that's fine. What in the... That sucked. That was pretty ridiculous. Was not expecting to get just ganked on Switch. Okay, alright. And that's how it's gonna be. And okay. At least we have 5 billion energy recharge on you. God. So... I do wonder what kind of special appearance there may or may not be for all of the statues when we eventually get them to max level. I suppose the question is going to be, because Dorman Port is next patch, whether we get 2 more maps after that, one summer and one, because it said that we'll get a moon map, but the question was whether that's going to be summer, maybe it's going to be Hyperborea for summer, because that's got to be instant, presumably. I did not mean to do that. Alright. Thanks. Alright, this should be fine. I hope. Thank you. Out of the way attack. And there we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Charge up. Well, that was silly. 1, 2, 3, 4, and another big hit. Thank you. Okay. Thanks. And 1, 2, and just like that. We will put you in another struggle state. 1, 2, 3, 4. Though it's kind of unreliable whether we're actually able to hit you. Okay, cool. And another fat hit. Cool. 1, 2, and just so okay. We got it. Oh, well, I really wasn't expecting it to rain. I really didn't want it to rain. Okay, well, if that's what it's going to take. Alright. Please stop raining. I really didn't want you to do that. Okay, that's fine. 1, 2, 3, 4, and maybe that's okay. It's cool that he can cancel like that. That's pretty convenient. Thanks. Okay. You know, maybe this isn't so bad in terms of damage, I guess. Okay, cool. And this is so... We just got a crowd control. You. 1, 2, 3, 4, and... Not getting his reliable hits, but hey, there we go. Nice. Obviously, it's not as amazing as it is when you have Moon Sign. Really, this is the kind of boss you want to fight with Flynn's, because, again, he has a low AoE. The enemies do kind of cluster around you. You don't need to try too hard to get them to hit you. It's interesting. Let's try the array, then do dailies before I forget about those. Last one. Last one. But he's fun, and he's not even at his full strength. Could even... Let's do the DPS test and see how strong this team is, actually. Maybe. Cool. It's slow. Nice. And... Okay. Gotta wait for the... big waves. Should be now. Thanks, and 1, 2. There we go. That's all, but Durin did take a hit that we almost certainly would not have liked him to if it is avoidable. 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2. Okay, cool. Nice. 3, 4, and let's go for a few more hits while we've got it. Nice. Yeah, here we are. Thank you. But it is wild that they just made him unable to use any kind of plunge during skill. Because there's really just no good reason to have done that. It's silly. Okay, well, you should be using the waves soon, right? It's gonna alternate between those. Yeah, there we go. One more. One more. Yeah, we could have started Burst Eye Raining, I suppose. But that's ultimately whatever. Okay. Nice. And okay. Cool. 1, 2. What? Well, that's interesting. Okay. Well, I guess that's all we've got. Thanks. Oh. Was that scuffed? Yeah, incredibly. But holy crap, are those things ridiculously strong. Okay, that's fine. Can try real quick to test out the DPS of this team. Hey, we got a random shield though. That's funny. Okay. Boom. Boom. And we'll feed this to you. Let's do our non-cry dailies. And now we're marginally stronger. Of course, we're not getting much because we only have one other pyro. At least we have our infusion. But nothing else is going to be particularly good. Okay. 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 Oh. Oh. Thanks. Well, that'll do it too. Thanks. 4 wins ascension. Dodge that. And let's just try our best to kill you now then. That's all we really need. Cool. Thank you. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And thanks. 1. Charge. Go for a couple more. It's about the full rotation. It's kind of good. Even without the buffs, because his normals are still quite strong. Undeniably. It's just, since he's not lunar, he can't benefit from Columbina's ridiculous buffs and effects. Again, the question is going to be what Nicole's going to do for him and his team. Because, again, Streets say 5-star Shielder Bennett. Though it would be interesting for her to have specific buffs for Hexerai specifically, as an individual Hexerai characters, instead of simply... I guess the simplest thing they could do without having to make it purely individually tailored would be just sort of effects of Hexerai buffs get some kind of numerical multiplier. You know, 50% or maybe even double, depending on how nice they want to be. Which would, among other things, give Razor a truly ridiculous crit buff. But it would make Varka's skills really, really strong, make his buff to normal damage good too. So generally make him very powerful. Which, I don't know, I mean, there's nothing stopping them from keeping him kind of okay-ish, but not overpowered, because, after all, again, he is a character that can be run with strong crowd control and Venti, which is not true of other currently relevant non-crowd characters. The closest, again, is... Okay, alright. The closest equivalent would be the fact that... Come on. 1, 2, 3, 4, and... Okay, come on. Alright. Thank you. You are actually pretty powerful. And you got another shield. Okay. Come on. Why is it gone? Whatever. Thanks. 1, 2, and... Okay. 3, 4, and... Slam down. But it really is... It's half as strong without Hex buffs. I mean, without Pyro and Animo in the party. Okay. These Hex buffs are just frequency, yeah. Okay. Time to turn this in. It is gonna be pretty painful to try to run this team against weekly bosses, I think. Okay. If run the Z by B in a team, doesn't matter that much. Okay. Hello? For whatever reason, the server connection for the game seems to be stuttering, even if my own internet is not. Something separate. Alright, let's run DPS check on this team real quick. See how good that's gonna be. Come on. Come on. That's... Come on. They changed the order around a little bit, flipped it, but... For a second, I thought they might have gotten rid of the DPS. Well... Okay. Let's try the Durin team. Varka Durin team. It's not at its full strength. And to be fair, it's... Yeah, because he's got Desert Pavilion. But... We'll see what happens. Okay. Okay.
しっかりついていくよ。
Alright, alright. Justice, so...
物語は始まったばかりだよ。
And... This here.
風だ
And... Okay. 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And 1, 2.
ここだよ
And... Durin.
物語は始まったばか
Clumsy
りだよ。
switch. Still good.
逃げようなんて思っ
And it, yeah. It's sub 100 right now because I don't have the right artifacts on him. That will get fixed, but even still. Okay,
ここだよ
cool. And there we go.
変わり目。
It will get better. Meaningfully, but still.
足元に気をつけて
And, alright. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And... Now, right now he's kind of Earlikino level.
運命の
That's fine.
変わり目。みんながそばにいてく
Because
れ
you
る。
gotta be
ここだよ逃げよう
at
なんて
least
思
over
わない
100 or so. Well, again, once we get the artifacts, it'll be all good. Well, not really, no. Unless you think Durin's a paladin. I mean, I saw that tweet. There was no dragon in the classic D&D party. Like, if they're saying... They might be thinking of, like, a draconic sorcerer, but... That's a very, very new thing. That's 5e. As in... Which is still about a decade ago, because 5e is still actually pretty old by now, but... The idea of a dragon being anything other than the monster you kill... is pretty new. Revisionist, not in a bad way, but it's, you know, revisionist. Ah. I mean, it... Honest, I guess you could consider Venti a cleric. But, yeah, really. So let's go ahead and do our conclusion quest. Yep, much better. Thank you, Bala. Okay. Thank you for being Bala obedient.
したし
You're impossible. The man who erased his name. The man who once lied. The intelligence requested by Nefer, owner of the Curatorium of Secrets, is of the highest priority to obtain. They who abandoned the past. Someone posts a commission at the Adventurers Guild, offering a rather ordinary-looking trinket as a reward. Oh, it's her. Nefer. Oh, we're heading away.
これがお探しの本
Sorry,
です。
here we go, Witty
レベル
Nefer,
さん
the book you were
どうぞ
looking
ご
for.
確認を。さてどれどれ。へえ、なんて偶然だろうね。
You see, huh? What do you look at that? Finally, an actual copy of the man who became a
ちょうど
mule.
ロバ
Is
に
that
なって
Nefer?
きたの。
Surely she can't be here for a commission.
いや
Yeah, Nefer doesn't seem like the kind of person who takes commissions, more like the kind who dishes them
誰
out.
かに任せる側だろ
Yeah, exactly. Maybe I should have her give me some easy ones. Okay, okay.
お前な
If you start taking work from Nefer, there'll be none left for
や
Yahoo
ら
to...
ないよでも
Still, what sort of job is Nefer delegating to the Adventurers Guild? Paimon kind of curious. Let's ask about it later. Better not bother Nefer right now. Who's Nefer's or Paimon's? And the man who once lied. Yep. Okay. Oh, okay. Better not bother Nefer right now. Not bad. This is exactly what I was looking for. The Adventurers Guild must have quite the impressive network, tracking down a well-known story like this. Sasuga Bokensha Kyokai.
こんな昔に失われた物語をよく見つけてくれたよ。
Oh, well, that's all thanks to our hard-working adventurers. There were quite a few setbacks along the way, but the end we managed to find a collector in Snezhnaya who had a copy. How ironic that a story about the desert would end up somewhere like Snezhnaya. Process of elimination. Well, thank you for your efforts. I'll send over the payment as promised. I like her fangs. She is kind of snaky. Also, Mr. Saurian, please keep this commission active and raise its priority level. I'll cover the additional fee as well. Not a problem. It's our honor to do business with you, Nefer. If you'll excuse me, I'll go get everything sorted. My business is done, you too. You can come out and ask your questions. I know you're curious. You knew we were here. Talk about eagle-eyed. You even heard what Paimon said, huh? I guess that's what makes you the boss. So you're posting a commission. Something like that. It's more like a long-term partnership I have with the Adventurers Guild. Yeah, like it'd be a JRPG party. You know, you have the protagonist and then 2 support casters and a other fighter with a weird secret. I mean, that's a JRPG thing, really. It's not D&D. Come, let's head back to the Curatorium for a cup of tea. This isn't the best place for sharing stories. And there we are. Looks like you handled the commission without a hitch. Thank you, Yahoda. Here is your payment. Oh, but this is Yahoda as well. So you told me to be fine, not a bad payout either. Hee. Got any more quick more jobs like that? Is it automatically started this one? Oops. Yahoda. And... okay. Let me check some things. And there's another one, too. After we do these. These aren't long. I can certainly take a look. One moment, please. And this is what we get for starting everything at once. So this basically happened with the original Intel ones, where when the Curatorium and a bunch all happened in sequence. Hey, isn't that? Hey, Catherine, was that pendant over there used for posting a bounty? It was indeed. You certainly have a sharp eye, Miss Yahoda. Mr. Ihanti left his collateral for a bounty request. In that case, I'll take that one. Just give me the details. The only thing is, the reward for that one isn't all that high, and nowadays pieces like this are not worth much either. Not sure it's the kind of job you're after, Yahoda. No worries, I'll take it. Let's call it a bit of charity work on the side. Gotta build up some good karma once in a while, huh? Huh, very well then. Please wait a moment. Taking commissions again, busy as ever, I see. I mean, it's not like I've got much else to do right now. Can't just sit around playing with Asher all day, can I? Never. Boot me out in no time.
ネフェル姉さん、
Hmm.
もっとボスに追い出されちまう。
Chimao.
旅人パイモ
Ah,
ン、
now that you're
あ
here,
んたらは腕
Traveler
が
Pamon,
立つ
you
し、
two are pretty
一緒に
handy.
この依頼をやらないか？
Want to join forces on this one? We could split the reward. That commission, huh? You better ask him. He's the expert after all. Seriously, Pamon, you're making me blush. Alright, then why not? What kind of commission are we talking?
きっとそんな
Bet
大
you
し
it's
た依
nothing
頼じゃな
major.
いだろ
Trust me, Hanti is way too much of a scaredy cat for it to be about
あたい
anything
もよく知って
serious.
る。肝っ玉が小さいから依頼も大した内容じゃないって。ヤフォダさん、イハンティさんからの依
Yahoda,
頼
here are
につ
the
いては
details,
こ
Mr.
こに
Ihanti's
詳しく書か
commission.
れています。ご覧ください。どれどれ。
Alrighty, let's see what that
あ
little
の
wimp's
臆
got.
病者、
And
一体どんな依頼を。
ah, what's up? Please don't say it's something super
難
difficult.
しい依頼なのか？別に。
Nah, nothing like that. Just didn't expect a guy who couldn't even bring himself to hurt a fly to go posting life or death commissions like this.
人の命を奪うような依頼を出すなんて
Uh-oh.
な。
Life or death, I'm a law-abiding person, just so you
あ
know.
んたが？
You, how sure, couldn't be more by the book if you tried, huh?
確かに
Well,
そんな感じはするな。安心
relax,
し
I'm
なく
just
て。
messing with you. It only mentions retrieving something from a bunch of
依頼内
crooks.
容は盗賊団からあるものを取り戻してほしいってだけだよ。泥棒に
To
と
a
って
crook, money is life and
金は
life is
命であ
money.
り、
That makes it a matter of
命は
life or
金
death,
だ
am
か
I
ら
right?
な。
Ha ha ha.
人の命を奪う依頼って言えるだろ。それじゃあ
Come on, follow me. Pretty sure I can handle those punks by
こそ泥どもが相手なら
myself. Odds are you
あた
won't
いに
even have to
考えが
lift
あ
a
る。
finger.
あんたの出る幕はないかもな。
Okay, well, the man who once lied. Yeah, first seems to have issued a certain commission at the Adventurers Guild. And Yahoda has received a new commission from the Adventurers Guild. However, for Yahoda, this commission seems a little different than usual. Yahoda-san.
Yeah.
Okay. I guess we could have just dropped down. Not that it means or matters much here. And chest. Supposed to be a chest around there, huh? Oh, whatever. We don't need your help right now. Okay. Alright. Alright. Oh, shrew.
おや、
Oh, looks like
ヤホダ
Yahoda's
はま
not
だ
back
戻っ
yet.
てないみたいだね。
みたいだね。Hmm. Okay.
ここでちょっと
Wait
待って
here,
て
I'll
くれ
go brew some tea.
お茶を入れてくるよ。
Meow. Here, kitty kitty. Meow, meow, meow. Hey, here's a good kitty. Come on, shake.
ほら、お手。
Meow. Is there tea here? Yeah,
お茶の
there
用
is
意がで
tea.
きたよ。
Alright, help yourselves.
ミ
Cream
ル
and
クと
sugar
砂
is
糖はそ
over
こ
there
に
if
あ
you
るか
need it.
ら、必要ならどうぞ。
Lame.
アシュルはあんた
Looks
た
like
ちに
Asher's
よく
taken a real
懐いて
liking
る
to you.
みた
Back
い
when
だ
I
ね。
first brought him home, he was as fierce as a little
私がこの
lion.
子を拾った時は、まるでライオンのように暴れ
From
てたの。
Thoth's ruins.
私
He
以来
didn't let anyone get
ほとん
close
ど
except
誰
for
も
me.
触れな
Anyone
かっ
else
た
who
んだ
tried
よ。
would have his little fangs and
部
claws
活
to
に近
contend
づ
with.
くと、大抵はこいつの爪と牙で追い払われたものさ。
アッシュルって
Seriously, you never
そんなに
guess he used to be
暴れん坊だった
aggressive.
のか？今
Meow, 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 meow. Hmm.
アッシュルってそんなに暴れん坊だったのか？今の姿からは想像もつかないな。
もう
That was a
随分
long
と
time
昔
ago
の
when the
こと
two of us
さ。
had just arrived in Nodcry.
当時、私とこいつは灘くらいに来たばかりだった。私
Back
たち
then,
に
we
は
had
頼
no
れ
one to
るも
rely
のは
on
何
but
もなく
ourselves,
て
and
ね
to。survive in a place like Nodcry,
あの時
we had
の
no
灘
choice
く
but
ら
to
いで
bare
生
our
き延びる
claws
た
and
めに
teeth.
は牙を剥くしかなかったんだ。もう
Of course,
そんな
things are
必要は
different
ない
now.
けどね。
Anyway, it's about time we satisfy that curiosity of yours. Yes, you want to know more about my long-term partnership with the Adventurers Guild. Still can't believe we would need to post a commission. It must be for something really important. You mean like some kind of extra special treasure even Nefer can't get her hands on? It's special, no doubt about that, but whether it counts as treasure, well, that depends on how you see it. Here, this is the book I asked the Adventurers Guild to find for me. Take a look. The man who became a mule. Once upon a time in Samara City, there lived a fool known to all by the name of Ortba, the son of Ortbala, the son of a merchant and a dancer. He was hopeless with numbers and could never keep up at the academia. He was so gullible that he would fall for every trick the merchants used to cheat him. He would believe even the most absurd lies spun by the clumsiest of charlatans, giving away his more and even shedding tears of pity in the process. It was said that even the most primitive of desert folk were wiser than he. Everyone thought Ortba a fool, but no one knew why. They would laugh and say he was an idiot, a man so hopeless he could earn no living, nor make a name for himself. But Ortba's parents and the friends who truly understood him did not care about what the others said. Instead, they would always say he is kind from the very bottom of his heart. That is the highest form of wisdom one can possess. Time passed quicker like sand being swept away by the wind. A kind friend helped Ortba find a job leading a mule. The work was hard and the wages were meager, a burden few could bear for more than a few days. But Ortba took to it with a happy heart, for the mule with a scar upon its ear was more genuine and true than anyone else in the whole bazaar. When hunger stirred within it, it would whinny and gently nudge him with its head. Then when it had its fill of feed, it would close its eyes, lay its head in Ortba's lap, and nicker softly. Never once did it lie to him, and never once did it complain. But one day a swindler set his sights on the fool and his mule. He was a shameless man, a scoundrel whose name has long become lost to the wind. He made his living by lies and deceit, and with every coin he gained, he sowed only sorrow and anger in the hearts of others. So vile was he that even the scorpions of the desert kept their distance. It was on a day when Ortba and his mule were carrying goods from the desert that the swindler saw his chance. He followed them quietly from a distance and waited for Ortba to finish his work. Before he returned to the city, Ortba decided to rest for a while at an oasis. The swindler pounced when Ortba wandered off to pick some fruit. He crept over and stealthily slipped the lead rope from around the mule's neck, allowing an accomplice to lead the told countless lies. Told countless lies, caused harm to countless people, even deceived my own mother. To punish me, my mother went into the desert and with her very own tears pleaded with Al-Amar to teach me how to be good. So Al-Amar turned me into a mule to silence me and make me pay for my foul deeds through my actions instead. But only become a human again when I learned how to be a truly good person. Ortba listened to the swindler's lies as the swindler wept crocodile tears. Ortba shed real tears of his own. How sad, but you've turned back into a human, so you must now be a good man. Ortba jumped up with delight and took the swindler's hands in his own, then placed all the fruit he was carrying into the swindler's hands. You are my friend. I have watched you drink with your head in my lap and sleep by my side. I have love for you and makes my heart happy. You have become a truly good person. Go back to your mother. I am sure she still loves you and is shedding tears for you right now. Go back and take this fruit with you. She'll be so happy to see you. Holding the fruit in his hands, the swindler felt his throat, which had told countless lies and other foul things, choke up with sand, but he simply nodded his head and his mind told himself, what a fool, only a complete fool would be taken in like that. Once the swindler had gone, Ortba picked up the rope, his heart filled with joy, ran back to the city, eager to share the story of his mule with his friends. One of Ortba's friends, a mercenary, turned crimson with rage as he listened to this tale. A powerfully built man sprang to his feet, his hand flashing to the hilt of his sword as he exploded. That stinking lowlife, he fooled you. Took advantage of your kindness for a few coins. Tell me his name, I'll tear that rat's tongue out myself so he can never lie to another good man like you. Despite his friend's indignant fury, the smile never left Ortba's face. He gently guided the mercenary's hand from the hilt of his sword to his cup, which he then filled with mead. I am moved that you were angry for my sake, but the way I see it, what happened was a good thing. If his words are true, then there is one less villain in this world to be punished. And in his place, there is one more person who has learned the meaning of repentance and regained their morals. If what he said was a lie, then there was one less person in this world who would cheat his own mother, one less cheerful mother who had no choice but to curse her child. Another friend who had already built a reputation for himself at the academia interjected. Ordba, I imagine your kindness. It is a wisdom that humanity so grievously lacks. It holds in the deepest contempt. The wicked must be held to account, lest the virtuous be exploited with impunity. Well, I believe this swindler should first face due judgment. Principles be damned. He has committed a grave affront against my friend. For that alone he deserves to be lashed. Sensing his friend's frustration, Ordba paused. He raised a jug of mead and filled his friend's cups. But his fiercely loyal friends remained silent. Their brows were furrowed as if a whirlwind of sand and dust was swirling around them, carving countless ravines and valleys from their features. It's silent. Then suddenly another friend burst through the door of the tavern, shouting, "Hey, I just saw that mule with the scar on its ear. It's right there in the bazaar." Hearing this, the mercenary gulped down his meat in one go, then shouted, "All right, it looks like the rat has left a trail. We follow it, we're bound to catch him." Ordba, his friends by his side, rushed to the bazaar, and sure enough, there stood the mule right in the middle of the marketplace. Ordba was filled with shock, and he ran toward the creature as if he had something to say. The mercenary was already asking around for a mule's seller, but the scholar, who knew all too well what Ordba was like, held onto his sleeve gently, trying to stop him from doing anything too strange like talking to the mule. But Ordba softly patted the scholar's hand, then bent over nonetheless to whisper, "Why have you become a mule again? Did you lie to your mother and break her heart once more? I'll have a hard time with someone else. Listen, I'll buy you back and take you with me. Don't say a word until then, otherwise I may not be able to pay your price." Just as Ordba was counting the more in his pocket, a hand came to rest on his shoulder. A hand belonged to a man with tan skin and eyes like pure gold. He gave a slight squint as he said gently, "I'm the owner of this mule. Do you want me to buy it?" "Yes, I want to buy it. He is my friend." In fact, Ordba looked down and stopped himself from telling the rest of the story. I believe the man would not want the world to know what he had done. "I can't sell it to you right now. Besides..." The man reached for another rope from behind him and handed it over to Ordba. "This is your faithful friend, my dear Ordba. Take it home with you." Ordba stared at the animal in surprise. It had a scar on its ear just like the first one. Mule, recognizing its longtime companion, nudged Ordba with its head, and Ordba responded by ruffling its mane. "But what?" "This mule looks just like my friend," said the astonished Ordba, wondering how one man could have turned into two mules. Just what grave sin he must have committed to receive such punishment. "Yes, he's also your friend," said the tanned man with a smile. "But he has committed a crime, so I'm punishing him by turning him into a dumb mule so that he may never speak again." Ordba blinked for a moment and realized who the man with the rope was. His thoughts were only the friend he had once rescued, who was now on the wrong path again. "But what crime did he commit? Did he lie to his mother again?" as Ordba asked sadly. "No, but the crime he committed is 100 times greater than that," the man answered. "Betrayed a rare kindness, and so he shall never be saved by another's kindness again." Ordba had more questions, but before he could ask them, his vision was obscured by a sandstorm that came out of nowhere. When it cleared, the man was gone, but in his place were his friends who had found their way to him and were now asking where the swindler had gone. Ordba told him sadly he made another mistake and was turned into a mule. "I hope this time he will have another chance to turn a new leaf." With the rope in his hand, Ordba turned for home alongside his friends. Along the way he thought, "I need to make more money. Goodness knows how much I'll need to buy him the next time I see him and get scammed again." It's like a fairy tale from Sumeru. Is it a clue to finding hidden treasure? Is there some kind of riddle hidden inside? Uh-oh, not another riddle-filled treasure hunt. Well, I have fun. Papa's gonna sit this one out. Relax, it's just a story passed down among the desert dwellers of Sumeru. There's no secret treasure and no hidden riddles.
宝のありかが記されてるわけでもなければ、隠された暗号もない。
暗号もない。The only reason I went to such lengths to find it is because it has to do with my father. Your father? That's right, from what you've seen before, you no doubt remember the fate that befell us.
私たちがどんな運命をたどったかも覚えてるはずだ。
And it assumes that we've done the intel quests, and, well, the Archon quests, but Wiki doesn't say it requires it. Maybe it does? Before he brought back those so-called spoils of war, before our little village ended up buried under the desert sands, he used to tell me stories. You know what Sumeru was like back then? Tales like these, stories full of wisdom and warmth, were something only the lucky few living in the rainforest got to hear. But for the desert dwellers cut off from civilization by the wall of Samil, wisdom and warmth were luxuries we couldn't afford. The stories passed down in the desert had one purpose and one alone: to teach children how to survive. In desert tales, people who waste food get turned into scorpions. Those who waste water end up losing their
水を
tongues.
大切にしない人は舌を失う。それ
The
が
stories taught us to be kind, to be scarce with our trust,
他
to
人を
lie
簡
and
単に
deceive as
信じ
long
て
as
し
we
まえ
didn't
ば
get caught.
災いを招く。騙してもいいがバレないことが前提だとかね。でも父は
But I suppose my
こうい
father
う
didn't
物語
want me
に
to
感
turn out
化
like
され
everyone
た
else.
典型的な砂漠の人間になってほしくなかったようだ。集
He
め
would
た
take
物語を
these stories and
脚
change
色
them
し
and
て
imbue them with more
もっ
warmth.
とこう温かい物語に変えていた。父の
In
物
the
語
versions he
では
told, liars turned into mules, killers fell off cliffs,
好
but
き
picky
嫌いを
children
す
ended
る
up
子
with a
供は
toothache
歯
and
が痛
nose.
くなり、人殺しは崖から落ちる運命にあった。
その気
Palman
持ち
kinda gets where he was coming from. After all, who doesn't want to see their kids grow
誰
up
だ
with
って
the right
自分の
values?
子供には立
So
派
what
に
did you
育って
think
ほ
of those
しいって
stories,
思う
Nefer?
はずだもんな。
私
Me? What the shit?
あ
I couldn't get enough of them. I'd
当
see
時
my
は
days
私
counting
は
down
好
the
きだっ
minutes
た
to
よ。
nightfall when Dad would allow me to sleep
毎
with
晩
another
父
one
が
of
寝
his
かしつけの
stories.
ために聞かせてくれる物語を心待ちにしてた。昼にな
Then
ると
come daytime, I'd grab his
私はそ
storybook
の
and
本
go
を
tell
持っ
them
て
to the
外
other
に出て
kids.
他の子供に聞かせるんだ。みん
They
な
were so envious of me. No
私を
matter where I
羨ま
went,
し
there
がっ
was
た。
always a line of kids trailing behind me.
ど
They
こへ
would
行
do
っても
whatever I
子
asked
供た
just
ち
for
が
the
つい
chance
て
to
き
hear
て
a story.
物語を聞くために何でもしてくれた。すべて
And
が
then
終わ
one
りを
day it all
迎
came
え
to
る。
an end, and now all
そ
that
の
remains
時
of
ま
those
でね。
times is buried under the sand. Father, my friends,
父
my
も
tribe,
友
and
人
all
も
those
部
stories
族
too.
の人もそして物語も
Dot, dot, dot.
後者のその後
After that, I went to the
私は教令
academia. It was there that I first discovered the original
そこで
versions of some of his
物語
stories.
の原作をいくつか読んだんだ。
Hmm.
すべてが終わりを迎えるその時までね。父も友人も部族の人もそして物語も後者の下に埋もれてしまった。詐欺
In
師は
those
一
versions,
度
the
も
liars
罰
were
せら
never
れない。
punished, the murderers walked
なぜな
free.
ら
After all, if you
騙される
fall for a
愚か
lie,
者
you
が悪い。
deserve to be deceived. If the blade is in your hand, you get
殺
to
人
write the
犯はいつも
rules.
逃げ延びる。なぜならそいつの手にしか剣がないから。好き
And
嫌い
picky
する子
children, they
供
ended
は
up just like the ones who wasted water,
水
turned
を
to
無駄にした
wizards,
子供と同
doomed to
じよう
spend the
に
rest of their days
お金
crawling
に
under
変
the
えられ
rocks.
永遠に岩の下で縮こまっていた。その
Only
時
then
よ
did
う
I
やく気
realize that
づ
it
い
was
た
my
のさ。
father who'd been deceiving me all along,
父は
weaving a
私を
false world of warmth to
ずっと
shelter
騙
me
してい
from the
たこ
harsh
とに
realities of the world.
その筆でぬくもりのある世界を描いていたんだ。けれ
But
ど
once my
父は
father was gone,
もう
that world collapsed with him, and I had no choice but
そ
to
の偽
face the
りの世
truth.
界は滅んだ。私は真相と向き合うべきだと思ったよ。幸い
Luckily, though, I was a quick
私は
learner,
要
and
領
before
が良
long,
く
I
て
turned
ね。
into exactly the kind of desert
すぐ砂
dweller
漠の人
who
間
worked
に
so
な
hard
れ
to
た
keep
よ。
me from becoming.
父が望まなかった存在にね。その後
After
は
that, it was all lies, deceit, revenge, and ruin.
復讐
Themes that have played out in the desert 1,000 times over, but I'm sure you know
砂
that
漠
all
で
too
何
well.
万回も繰り返されてき
So
た
the reason you
展
started
開が
collecting these stories was to find out what the originals
あん
were
たた
really
ちもよ
like.
く知ってるものだよ。そうなるね。
More or less, I just want to know
あの
exactly
人
how
が
many
自分
lies a
の
father
娘
might
に
tell his own
どれ
daughter.
だけの嘘をついていたのか、私は知りたい。それだけだよ。この世
As the
界
only
でたった
person this
一
world
人
he ever deceived so completely, I suppose I owe it to him to make an equally comprehensive
そ
record
の
of his
詐欺を書き留める
distortions.
義務がある。
Besides, anonymity seems a cruel fate for such a
だってあの
prolific
人
twister
は
of the truth.
詐欺師として無名すぎるからね。それに
Anyway, I'm sure
時
thought
の
the
王
ibis.
と歓迎してくれてるはずだよ。
After all, he was the one who sent me in
真偽を
search of
見定
something
める
that
道具を探せって言
could
ったの
discern truth from
他で
falsehood.
もない道途なんだから。
Hmm.
父が脚色した物語
When I was young, the stories my
幼い
father
私
told
が
me
世
shaped
界
my
をどう見
understanding
る
of
か
the world.
その基盤を作った。そして
Whereas their original
物語
endings,
は
hell, they
本
taught
当
me
の
what
結
this world is
末を
really
知っ
like.
てこの世界の真の姿をより深く理解できるようになった。私
And
に
it's
とっ
true
て
for me, they
こ
really
れら
did
の
help me
物語は
discern truth
確
from
かに
falsehood.
真偽を見定める手助けになったのさ。
I figured that gathering them up might be the key to finding the
時の王が
answer
求
the
めてる
Ibis
答
King
え
was
に
looking
つなが
for.
るかもしれない。だからナドくらいで落ち着いた後、私は
So
様
after
々
I
なルー
established
トを
myself
使っ
in
て
Nodcra, I started using
父
every
が
available
話してく
channel
れ
to
た
track
物語
down
の
the stories
原
my
作
father
を
once
探す
told
こ
me.
とにした。でも
The problem
これ
was,
ら
nearly
物
all of them
語
were
のほ
folk
とんど
tales,
は
parables passed down
砂
in the
漠の
desert
民
through
が
word of
口で
mouth.
語り継いで
Very
きた
few
も
were
の
ever
で
written down.
文字として残っていない。それに
But
今
living
は
all the way out
ナ
here
ド
in
くらい
Nodcra,
に
it
いるし
wasn't like I could just go wander
この
around
足
the
で
desert
砂
to
漠
find
に
those
残
who
る人
still
たちを
remembered
訪
them.
ねることも難しい。ヤホ
As
ダ
for
に任せ
Yahuda,
よう
well,
か
I
と
short
も
on
思ったけ
manpowers it
ど、
was, so I needed a
も
different
ともと
plan.
うちは人手不足だからね。それはやめたよ。だから無数の冒険者を抱える冒険者協
And
会
concerning
と
the countless adventures at their
長期の協力
disposal, I
関係を
decided to
結
strike
んだ
up a
のさ。
long-term partnership with the Adventurers Guild.
砂漠の
They
民
bring
の
me
物語を
stories passed down
届
among
け
the
てくれ
desert
た
people.
ら
I pay them
それ
accordingly,
に
and
見合う
sometimes
報
even
酬
do
を支
them a little
払う。
favor in return.
そうだね。ちょっとした手助けをすることもある。サリーン
Mr.
は
Sarin was more
私
than
の条
happy with
件
my
を
terms, so we
快
soon
く
came
受
to
け
an
入れ、
understanding.
すぐに
And the
合
way
意してく
things have
れ
been
た。
going, I'd say our arrangement has worked out
結
rather
果とし
well.
て
So
こ
what's
の
special
協
about
力
the
関
story
係
you
は
just
と
got
て
our
も満
hands
足の
on?
いくものになってる。ああ、
Oh well, this was the
これ
very
は
last story my
父
father
が
ever
私に
told me.
話してくれた
Only
最
one
後
whose
の物
ending he
語
left
で
unchanged.
唯一どこも脚色がされてなかった物語でもある。ずっと嘘
A
をつ
man
い
who
てきた
spent his
その
life
人が
distorting the truth, buried under
初
the
めて
desert
物語
sand.
を正し
The
く語
one
った
time he
後
chose not to lie.
後者に埋もれてしまった。
Han, what it even
この
says
物語
deep
の
down,
中
his was a
で
heart of gold.
こんな一
That
節
is
が
the greatest wisdom of all. How ironic is that?
彼は心の奥底から善良であり、これは何者にも代え難い知恵であるってね。この物語に
Anyway, I can
興
make a
味が
copy
あ
of
るな
this
ら
story if you're
写
interested.
しをあげよう。ちなみに
Han, I
軽い
just
けど
realized you're an adventure too, aren't you, traveler?
Anta mo
Yeah, I
bouquet
am. What makes you ask?
あんた
Well,
は
being
ず
an
っと世
adventurer
界
means
を
you've
旅
traveled
してい
far and
て
wide and seen many
知識が
things.
豊富だってことも知ってる。だか
I
ら
was
さ
just thinking we could sign an
その気
agreement
が
for
あ
a
ったら
long-term partnership of
長
our
期的
own.
な協力関係を
More
結んでみないか
stories.
と思ってね。どうだい？もし
If you ever
旅
come
の途
across
中
any
で
stories about the
ス
desert
メールの
Favonius
砂
of
漠の
Sumeru,
人
bring
間に
them to
ま
me
つ
and
わ
I'll
る
make it
物語を
worth your while.
手に入れたら、私に届けてくれないかい？その時は満足のいく報酬を支払おう。
オイラたち
Wait,
を
was
こ
that
こ
your
に
goal
ふ
this
ざ
whole
けたのは
time, just to
それ
ask
を
us
言うた
that?
めだったんだな。
So there was a commission at the end of this after all. Well, taking commissions is what I do, so okay. Wonderful, then here's to a long and fruitful
実り
partnership.
多い協力関係になることを願ってるよ。それ
And
にして
speaking of
も、
partnerships,
ど
why
う
isn't
してヤホ
Yahuda
ダは
back
ま
yet?
だ戻らないんだろうね。あの
Was
子
that
が
job
受
I
けた
gave
依
her
頼
really that
そんなに難
difficult?
しいんだろうか。
Okay. The Man Who Became a Mule. Storybook gathered by the Adventurers Guild. It tells a fairy tale that originated in the desert, and it's the same. Got a teensy weensy bit of Mora. Let's do the other one. Do this. This event next week. Okay. They who abandoned the past. New commission, a little different from usual. This one ain't too much. Which it's... Oh, it's this beach. Star Sand Shoal. I thought it was going to be the spot we were in previously, but no. The two fighting treasure hoarder gangs. Oh, it's different. Okay. Oh, what a loser. Guy's so broke he doesn't have a single thing worth taking.
おい彼は
Yo, Kaliva. Who goes that? Well, 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 if it isn't Yahuda, what brings you here pipsqueak.
別に
Relax, no biggie. Word has it you slept
数
something
日
for a man
前
called
に
Ihanti
違
a
反
few
金
days
って
back.
やつの
That
ところ
true?
で盗みを働いたろ。
Musumi Haraitaro.
ヤホダか。
It is interesting because you have to have Yahuda
なんか用か
to do this quest, but... Interesting. They give you a trial Yahuda for this anyway. You know, in case you end up? Oh, and they have her using Rainbow Serpent's Rainbow from the Soulblazer event from last time. It does boost her attack. That's interesting. Kind of Auroron themed bow. Guess I could use that on her. But that was her patch when that event did drop. Which means you could get a preview of it by running it there. That's interesting. Now that I think about it. 誰だ
ってヤホだか
ヤホだか
珍しいじゃねえかなんか用か
Here, take some cash and cough up the goods. I'm feeling generous today, so let's call this me buy you a huff.
さす
Oh,
が
look at you acting all civilized. Guess that's what happened. We got Nefer to watch your back,
運命
huh?
的だな
These are, I believe, her old treasure hoarder buddies.
もし
Suppose I'd rather hold on to it. What are you gonna do about it?
どう
Kill
する
you.
気だ
Do me a favor, Khalifa. Can't you and your bunch of knucklehead brothers try acting normal for a
バカな
change?
兄弟たちも一度くらいまともになるって。
ヤホ
Oh,
だ
please don't tell me you became all this way
わざ
expecting to
わ
do
ざ
honest
遠くから
business
盗
with a
賊のところ
thief.
に足を運んで
No,
物を
that's just the
買う
excuse.
だと苦労
Or
して
did you
手に入れ
genuinely
た
think
も
I
の
just handed
お
over on
前
a
に差
silver
し出さ
platter?
ってのか
なんか
Feels like this negotiation
交
went
渉
south before it
決
even
裂
got
って
started.
感じがするぞ。
Sigh.
あたいが間違ってた
My
よ
bad, Khalifa. Shouldn't have tried doing it the
ネ
way
フェル
Nefer
兄さんのやり
does.
方を真似て交渉なんてするべきじゃなかった。あん
A
たら
fist
み
to
た
the
いな
face is the
ア
only
ホ
way
に
to
理解でき
negotiate
る
with
交渉
morons
手
like
段
you.
はやっぱり拳だよな。旅人
Come on, Trevor, let's
一緒に
drop
こ
these
いつらを
punks
倒すぞ。
together. Looking down on us, huh? Come on, boys. Time to put this little squirt back in her place and get
かか
it.
り
Kakari. We got these here. Okay, let's actually just run this trial Yahoo. Cool. Thanks. And, cool. Ouch, ouch. Let's just keep swirling, I suppose. See how well this works. Here are our shots. Cool. And fill our bottle back up. That's fun. Let's not miss. And again, it's meant to be off field, but we'll let her handle that. Okay, okay, you
も
win.
うやめてくれ
See, if you just played along earlier, you wouldn't have ended up in this mess. Now take the more and go find yourself a decent doctor.
腕のいい医者のとこにでも行きな。
Oddly nice. Hmm.
どういうつもりだ
Oh, this is your way of
俺
showing
を憐れんで
pity.
るのか
Pity? How much did they roll?
アホ
Save your breath and just take the more. If you'd rather chuck in the water or hire thugs to jump me, that's your
後
call.
で海に投げ捨てようが、その金で人を雇ってあたいを殴ろうが、それはあんたの自由だ。上と
One thing's for
全身
sure
の
though,
痛み
going
は気持
hungry
ち
and
のいい
getting
もん
beaten
じゃ
up
ない
both
ぞ。
suck. Don't make things worse for yourself,
自分を
Kaliva.
苦しめるなって。彼は
Dot dot dot.
あの
The
病院
junk
か
I
ら取っ
snatched
た
from that
ものは
invalid is lying over
近
there.
くに置いてある小銭の他
Aside
は
from some spare change, there was
一
just
枚
a
の絵と
painting and some
破れ
busted
たぬいぐる
doll.
みしか入っ
The
てなか
more
っ
is
た
long
ぜ
gone, but I haven't had time to toss the
金は
rest
全
out
部
yet.
使っちまったが他のものは捨てる時間がなかったからまだあの辺にあるはずだ
Hmm.
そうか。
Alright, final question. You referred to
それじゃあ、
Ihanti as an
最後に質問だ。
invalid just now. What was that supposed to mean?
今イハンティを病人って呼んだのはなんでだ。
Byonin,
そ
sickly
のままの意
person.
味だよ
Means exactly what it means. That
Yes,
weakling's in
I'll
such a state now you can barely tell he's still alive.
俺
When
が
I
見た
first found
時
him,
は
he was lying there stiff as a
床にうつ
board.
伏
I
せになって
honestly thought he'd
ピ
already
クリともしなかった
died.
んだ俺はてっきりそれ
Anyway,
で
figured he didn't need his
奴の
bag any
懐に
longer,
あっ
so I
た
snagged
罪を
it.
奪ったんだ
最後に
Mark
あんた
out
が
the
イハン
spot
ティ
where
を
you
見た
last
場
saw
所に
him.
印をつけな。
最後
Where I last saw him, guess it was about
確
here.
かこの辺だったか
わかった。
Alright, Traveler Pama,
旅
let's
人
go.
パイモン行くぞ。取り戻
I'd
した
like to
ものを
return this stuff to the
直
client
接
in
依頼人
person.
に返す必要がある。
It's her past. Kaliva.
ヤホだ
Oh, you're a real piece of work, yeah, how do you know that? Scary smart one moment, and unbelievably
恐
naive
ろ
the
しいほど
next.
頭が切れる時もあれば 驚くほどバカな時もある。
Yahoo Ball. Oh, these are breakable. Didn't do much. And he's over. Oh, yeah, he is over in the gang spot. Interesting. This other gang. Let's check this out. No, wild hunt over there. And in that case, your deal. This guy. Bandages. Ouch. Who's there? I don't have any more and nothing at all. If you hear from my wife, just go ahead and take it. Ouch.
俺の命が欲しいのなら持っていけよ。
イハンテ
I
ィ
brought you your stuff
依頼
back,
のものを取り
Yohanti.
戻してきたぞ。
ヤホだ。
Yahuda, is that you? I can hear your voice, but I can't see clearly
声は聞
anymore.
こえるが、俺はもうはっきりとは見えないんだ。
あたいだ
It's
よ。
me, Yahanti. I'm standing right here in front of you. Why didn't you come find me? You look
こんな
terrible.
に重病なのに、なんであたいのところに来なかったんだ。
How did Yahuda end up with those star eyes anyway? Eye tattoos?
落ち
Even
ぶ
a
れさんの
starving
来
stray
年は
doesn't
死に
wander
か
into
か
a
って
rich
いよう
man's
と
city, not after
き
all
ら
the
びやか
beatings
な
it's
町に
taken.
足を踏み入れたりしないだろう。金持ちから過去に何度も無知で撃たれてきたんだぞ。
あたいは
I'm
そんな
not that kind
や
of
つじゃな
person.
い。
Nefer, I mean,
Nefer.
Boss Nefer isn't
ボ
either.
スだってそうだ。
だったら
Well, the more
余計に
reason why I
いけ
couldn't
な
come
い。
find you. If folks got wind that you were the type to lend a hand, they'd come banging on your door day after day.
お前らは毎日その相手をしないといけなくなる。
ボス
No
の
one
前
be
でそん
crazy
な
enough to
空
pull a
気の
stunt
読め
like
ない
that
行
with the
動を取るや
boss.
つはいないよ。
だが
But you're always out there secretly doing good, only be stabbed in the back by the very people you helped.
後でそいつのせいで痛い目を見てきただろ
あたいは
Yeah,
ボ
I've
スか
learned a
ら
lot
多
from
くを
Nefer.
学
You
んだ
know,
ん
no
だ。
one's gonna get me good like that
あ
ever
たいを
again.
傷つけられるやつなんていないし、そんなことは今後も起こらない。
う。人助
Oh,
け
you
を
just
やめ
can't
るつ
stop
もり
yourself
は
from
ない
watching
ん
out
だ
for other people, can you, Yahuda?
これは
That's my business
あ
and
た
no
い
one
自身の
else's.
問題だ。
Yeah, maybe that's why the boss thinks so highly of you.
親分がお前を大切にする理由はそれかもな。
あたいが
Maybe
今
it's the
ま
only
で生きて
reason
こら
I'm
れた
even
の
still
は
alive.
きっとそのおかげだ。
Huh, confident, you're right, Yahuda, you're right.
その通りだ。ヤホだ。その通りだよ。
よし、イハンティ。
Anyway, if there's something I can do for you, Yahanti, now's the time to tell me. Still the same as ever, huh? What if this was all just a big scam, or was
俺
working
が
into some
金
kind
を
of
たか
trap?
るんじゃないか。罠を仕掛けてるんじゃないかって警戒しないのか。
あんたはそ
You
んな
wouldn't
こと
do
し
that,
な
not
い。
after how long we've
も
known
う
each
知り合って
other.
長いだろ。
それだ
And
け
that's
の
enough
理
to win
由
your
で
trust.
大体。
Come on, look
あ
at
ん
the
たは
state you're
そん
in,
な
and
ざま
how
な
could
の
he
に、
possibly
どうやっ
threaten
て
me?
あたいを陥れるんだ。
Oh, finally, we're getting somewhere. I guess saving a venomous snake that can barely open its
骨
mouth is
まで
pretty
ボロ
safe,
ボロ
all
になっ
things
た
considered.
毒蛇ならまあ助けても噛まれる心配はないか。
Do me a favor then, roll up the painting in that bag and slip it into
そ
my
の
pocket.
袋の中に
I
ある
haven't
絵
the
を
strength
丸
to
め
pick
て
it up myself.
俺のポケットに入れてく
Ore
れ。
no poketo.
もうそいつを持ち上げる力も残っていないんだ。俺と
I
妻と
painted this with my
娘
wife
で
and daughter. It's the only thing I still care about in the whole wide world.
俺が今この世で唯一大切にしているものだ。
As far as I'm concerned, nothing else
俺にとっ
matters
てもう
anymore.
何の価値もない。
もし以前のあんたがそのセリフ
Yeah,
を
the
聞い
old
た
you
ら、
would be
お
in
か
stitches
し
hearing
く
you
て
say
笑い
that.
転げるだろうね。
3
Huh, and
年
what
前
happened to
だ。
those things I once treasured
か
above
つて
all
俺が
else?
何よ
It
りも
saved
大
neither
切
my
にしていた
life
もの
nor my
は
life.
結局妻子を救うことも俺の人生を救うこともできなかったよ。これが盗賊の
So
宿
maybe
命な
that's
の
just
か
the
も
fate of a
な。
thief. Everything we steal always gets
俺た
stolen
ちが
back, and we
略
wind
奪
up
したものは
empty-handed
結
again
局
eventually.
また奪い返され 最終的には何も残らないんだ。俺が依頼を出すために担保として差し出したペンダントも
Although I guess I can't
俺
really
の
call it
最後
mine.
の財産。いや、あれも俺のとは言えないな。
これ
That was the first piece of jewelry you ever stole. You must have told me the story a dozen times. How you even pulled it off and the look on the rich guy's face when he found out.
どんな方法を使ったか、盗まれたと知った金持ちがどんな顔をしてたか。
あ
Yeah, anyway, it's yours
あ、も
now.
うそれはお前のものだ。
このアクセサリーの持ち主は誰なんだ？
ホロモ
A
フって
Sneznaya
いう
called
スネージナ
Holamov.
ヤ人
He
だ。
used to live in Nodcry, but he's probably
など
run
くら
home
い
to
に住ん
Sneznaya
でた
by
が
now.
今は
Don't
ス
tell me
ネ
you're
ージナ
thinking
ヤに
of.
戻ってるはずだ。
あたいはもう
I'm not a
盗賊
thief
じゃない
anymore, and I'm
し、
not about to start hitting on the stolen goods either.
盗んだものを私物化したり
This
しない。
pendant should go back to its
こ
rightful
のア
owner.
クセサリーの持ち主がいるんなら、そいつに返すべきだろう。
ホロモフっていうスネージナヤ人だ。
Sneznaya
など
Jin.
くらいに住んでたが今はスネージナヤに戻ってるはずだ。お前まさか
Took 3 whole seconds to get over that pause. Ha ha ha, you really are something else,
お
Yahuda.
前ってやつは本当にバカだな。
The boss was right, someone like you could never cop Hackett as a
お
thief.
前のようなやつが盗賊をやっても一生金持ちになれない。
Cough. Someone's not one for this
言ってた
world.
通りだ。お前のようなやつが盗賊をやっても一生金持ちになれない。
Enough, stop wasting your breath. I'll head back and find you a
戻って医
doctor.
者を呼んでくるから。
大丈夫
Forget
だ。
it, just let me go the way I'm meant to.
俺は自分の行くべき場所へ行く。
違反って。
But
ヤホだ。
Yahuda, you know the boss's code.
親分が決めた掟を知っているよな。
安息を願
Grant
う
rest to
者は
those who seek it.
それを手にすべき。
そいつ
You know
を
what I'm
実行
talking
して
about,
く
so
れ。
leave me in peace.
俺の言っていることわかるよな。
Dot dot dot.
わかった。
Fine.
俺を
I'm
手
glad it
伝
was
っ
you
て
who
くれる
came to
のが
help
お
me,
前で
Yahuda.
嬉しいぞ。ヤホだ。だが
Sorry I don't have any treasure to give
俺
you,
には
but if you
お前
want,
に
you can
残
have
して
this
やれる
doll.
宝物なんて何もない。もしいるならこのぬいぐるみでも持っていけ。
It's a cat. Looks kind of like
で
Yahuda.
も、こ
Wait,
の
but
ぬ
I
いぐる
thought
み
I
って
told you to.
あんたに。
ああ、
Don't
勘
worry, I
違
made
い
this
す
one
るな
myself.
よ
The。ones you put together are
これは
long
自分
gone.
で作った
Read
も
every
のだ。
last one of them just like you told me.
お前が今までに作ったぬいぐるみは言われた通り全部燃やしたよ。ど
Oh,
うだ
not too shabby, huh? Especially for
ま
someone who
だ
is
目
already
が
on the
見え
brink
て
of
た頃
going
に作っ
blind.
たんだがなかなか器用なもんだろう。持って
Take it,
いけ
Yahuda. Consider it
ヤ
my
ホだ。
final gift.
俺からの最後のプレゼントだ。
また
I'll come back to see you.
会いに来るからな。
いいけ
Go now, farewell, Yahuda.
じゃあな。ありが
Thank
と
you. Return to the Adventurers Guild.
う。親
You were
分
right, boss. Looks like there's no escape for the
どう
wicked
やら
after
俺
all.
たちもう逃げられないみたいだ。
Finish that. Excellent. Looks like you've completed the commission.
教
Please
会
bear
から
with me
の
while
報
I
酬
fetch your
金をお
payment.
持ちしますので、少しお待ちください。イヤフォダ
Is
さん、
everything okay?
顔色が
Yahuda,
悪い
you
よう
seem a
です
little
が、
pale. You
何
didn't
か
run
あ
any
ったの
trouble,
ですか？
did you?
別に
Don't
何も
worry,
な
I'm
いよ。
fine.
そうですか。
Very well then. One moment, I'll be
で
back with your
は、
payment
少々
right
お
away.
待ちください。報酬金をご用意します。
Are you really okay, Yahuda?
医者は
On
呼ば
my
ないっ
nose,
て
you
言
promised
っ
not
た
to
け
call a
ど、
doctor, but Hante really did look awful back there.
す
Maybe
ご
we
く辛そう
should.
だったよな。やっぱり。
No, I said I'd stick to the code, so that's what I'll do.
そうしないと
Probably get arrested if you saw a doctor anyway. So you two know each other well, or otherwise get in trouble. We used to be colleagues.
イハンティは臆病なやつ
Coward he may be, but when it came to raking in the Mora, Ihanti was top shelf.
他のやつらは
While everyone was out there pulling gun scams and petty robberies, he played the game so well that people would have Willie
あい
coughing
つは
up
い
the
ろんな
cash.
手段を駆使して相手に喜んで金を出させることができたからな。ま
He had a
だ仕
real
事
knack
仲
for
間だった
talking
頃
people into things. Back when we were working together, he shared a lot of his skills with me. He was always taking me out for great meals too. Do you consider him a friend?
友
A
達
friend, huh? Of course not. You have to be crazy to try making friends in that
そりゃ
hellhole.
ないな。
That's sweet and do each
あ
other.
んなまともじゃない場所で友達を作るバカなんていない。せいぜい知り合い程度だろうな。あいつ
The
が
only
与え
reason
の
he
面
took
倒
such
を
good
よ
care
く
of
見
me
てく
was
れ
to
た
show
のは
off, dragging a little
自分
sidekick
の
along made
力を
him
見
feel
せ
like
つ
a
け
big
たか
shot,
っ
I
たからだ。
guess.
あたいという従者をそばに置くことで自分を大きく見せることもできたしな。でも
But he did look after me, I'll give him that.
よくしてもらってた
Helping him
のは
now is just
確
me
かだ。
returning the favor.
今あたいがあいつを助けるのもただ恩を返したいからってだけだよ。では
Alright, here's your payment, Yahoo. The Adventurers Guild thanks you for your support.
教会へのご協力ありがとうございます。
ほら
Here's your share, Traveler. Thanks for the help back there.
旅人さっきはありがとな。あたいはそろそろ
Anyways, I
自
should
分
head
の
back to
館
the
に戻るよ。
Curatorium with the boss once something
もし
done,
ボ
and
ス
I'm
が
not
急に
there.
何
She'll
か
be on
思
my
いつい
case
て
again for sure.
その時あたいがいなかったらきっとまた小言を言われるからな。医者は呼ば
I
ない
did
と
say I
言った
wouldn't
け
get
ど
him a doctor. What's the harm in
鎮痛
grabbing
薬
him
を
some
送ってやるくらいなら
painkillers?
大丈夫だろ。
It's palliative for sure. He's gonna die. I'll ask the boss to help. I'm sure she can pull some strings. Worst case scenario, I'll give up this month's pay. Actually, maybe just half of
今
it.
月の給料は諦める
Too
しかない
nice for her own good.
いや全部諦めるのは無理だ。半分くらいだな。
Yeah, I'll do that. I better get the medicine to
明日
Ihanti
には薬
tomorrow.
をイハンティに渡せるはずだ。
Bye bye. Bye, Hoda. Wait until the next day. Ah. Is it Ihanti again? Last little bit of things. Fly a little. Uh-oh. Looks like someone's dead and gone. Check. Ihanti, Ihanti, Ihanti. Oh no. Yeah, I scribbled the letter. Yeah, I knew you would come back. By the time you read this letter, I'll already have departed for where I belong. Don't worry, I made peace with it long ago. At the very least, this time it's my decision. That pendant necklace, I'm sorry I can't remember. My mind's becoming more and more muddled, and I can barely hold this quill. As for the stuff I left with the Adventurers Guild, it's yours. Whether you want to return it to its rightful owner or keep it for yourself is up to you. Yahuda, even though I'm not your friend and you're not mine, glad that you came here to speak with me. I wish you the best, that you were always the one calling the shots, no matter what. Well, it's never. It's all after right. People like us don't have stories worth leaving behind. Run on ahead, Yahuda, and run fast. Take nothing with you except yourself. Dot dot dot. Rest in peace, Ihanti. One thing's for sure, that fate of yours isn't gonna get me. Not yet, anyway.
今はその時じゃない。
Ragged doll. Doll crafted by Ihanti, bearing a certain resemblance to some dolls previously made by Yahuda. Collaborative commission, talk to Catherine. Catherine seems to have something to say. Collated Intel, a booklet comprising all the intelligence that has been obtained so far. Information within may come in handy in the future. And it's the bag right over here. not an object or anything, but I guess he just jumped in the water. Oh well. No, not here, not here. Thank you again for all the help you've given the guild, Nefer and Yahuda. So this isn't voiced. Well, there's no need for that, not when this is really a collaboration between us. And to be fair, we didn't have to do the heart quest to unlock this. That's true, but I still want to thank you, Nefer, for being so willing to help the guild with the complicated investigative work. The Adventurers Guild has also sought several folks to help us with our work. We're all working together towards the same goal. I hope our future collaborations will be just as pleasant, Mr. Sari. You can rest assured, Nefer, that the Adventurers Guild... Oh, I should be clear about this. You can absolutely trust that we at the Nodcry Adventurers Guild are your ever-reliable partners. And that much is clear to me, yes. Good, good. Just keep talking like that, Nefer. My dearest Nefer, please don't look at me. Please don't look at me. Please don't look at me. Yeah, Huda, why are you keeping so quiet? No, she looked at me fine. Just don't look at the commission board. Please don't look at the commission board. Please don't look at the commission board. There's a boar who gives commissions. Me, I don't have anything to say. Thanks for the commission. We should also thank you for your assistance, Miss Yakuda. Without you, the paperwork in the guild would have piled up into a mountain by now. No need for thanking me. I'm getting paid, so I have to do the job right, of course. So it looks like she has forgotten everything I taught her to say. By the way, since we're all here... No, we had such a good vibe going, boss. Please just give me a break, boss. Mr. Stein, would you please bring over the latest batch of commissions? Now how to pick the commission you believe matters the most. I want you to think this over carefully, so take your time, okay? Okay, yes, boss. Well, I'm doomed. Collated intel. Booklet comprising... And... Oh, okay, so now we have the ability to just look at it in a book. That's pretty cool. Alright. So presumably it just gets rid of the option in the quest there. And in one slide, Nefer has obtained the storybook she sought, which records a tale of desert dwellers. While commissions related to this matter will be handled by the Adventurers Guild. They who abandoned the past, Yahuda accept that the commission flawlessly settled the matter for the trinket's owner, leaving no loose ends. Or at least that's what Miss Yahuda says. So that's done now, and they no longer have intel gathering there. It basically, once you get it done, since there's nothing else, the option's gone. Prevents it from getting too cluttered, I suppose. I wonder if they'll do that with Valiant Chronicles. They're going to keep that for a next pack cycle, or have their own equivalent, or just do some other approach to local legends. Certainly hope they don't scrap the concept. Well, let's try the Varka team on a couple more enemies, just to close things out. Sure. Okay. Alright. And... yeah, there we go. Thank you. Alright. Thank you. And 1, 2. Thanks. 1, 2, 3. And 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Yeah, this is silly. Because we're not reliably hit. Cool. And there we are. Nice. And thank you. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Hit. 1, 2, 3, 4. Did manage to successfully connect, which is nice. I was worried there. And just like this, we can knock you down this way. Enough poison to stop you from doing most of your attacks altogether. I'm fine with this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Slam. 1, 2, 3, 4. Come on. Slam again, and just a couple more hits. Whoa, there we go. Please. Oh, is this a connection issue? I was wondering why that wasn't working. Come on. Don't tell me the game got blocked for national security reasons for being Chinese. Okay. We'll fight real eye real quick, and that'll be all. Just the fact that we can Oh, do any level of poise breaking is fantastic. Gotta love a good stagger. Okay. It's kind of a shame that we don't have a local legend land cruiser. I wonder if we'll even get one at this point. Between Metal Gear Part 2. Because the Land Cruisers kind of both have the Knuckle Duckle and the Land Rover as bosses. Because the Knuckle Duckle has the Lunar Charge and Electro Charge weakness mechanic, but it doesn't have the aesthetic, really. And then the Land Rover has the aesthetic, but it has its own mechanics. So it's kind of hard to say. Well, whatever. Alright. Cool. Okay. Come on. Thanks. And, well, we are going to be getting everything, but that's fine. 1, 2, 3, 4, and alright. Thanks. Thank you. Alright. Thank you. And just like this. Okay. Wow, this kind of sucked. Thank you. 2, 3, 4. This terrain is really, really bad to be fighting on. Okay, cool. And just like so. Thanks. And just hit again. And you're kidding. I hate you so much. If it weren't on that hillside, we'd be fine. Let's need to make sure we center to the wall. And then we're good. But we have to do that. Okay. That's fine. Okay. One more go at it. One more go. It's kind of wild that despite being a claymore, versus not being a claymore, honestly, Venti is a better option in terms of a poise-lock strategy. And cool. Thanks. And there we go. And cool. And I'm not even sure that connected. Regardless. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3. Okay, cool. And there we are. Okay. Switch to the wrong one. Whatever. Cool. Thanks. Alright. Thank you. What in the goddamn? That's atrocious. I thought that would not be an issue, and then it was. I really am displeased with this. Come on, Lord. Get it. I'll be less confused if I just put Varka in slot 4. On most of the teams where I have Durin, he's slot 1. Because you usually do want to start out the rotation with his attacks. So, needless confusion. Okay. Come on. Oh. Okay. One more. It's not like I need any more whistles anyway. That's just for silliness. Okay. Okay. Honestly, if anything, we should. No, I got confused again because I actually got into slot right this time. Not in the. God damn. God damn. I'm just way too inflexible. Annoying. And sure. Okay. Just want to beat Ley with this team. Honestly, and I think that might kind of be the point. He's not actually all that good at hitting enemies that are actively in a struggle state. Whatever. Maybe that's good. Maybe that's good, actually. Okay. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Come on, you stupid. 3. Okay. Alright, and thanks. Please just goddamn, I keep messing this up. Goddamn you. Thanks. Thank you. And this is actually a really nice position to have you in. Whatever. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and cool. And just like okay. Thank you. Thank you. I need to just actually look at the damn screen when I. Okay. Thanks. Just can't afford to try doing it by muscle memory, especially if I'm switching things out like this. 3, 4, 5, and okay, cool. It is pretty decent keeping it still. Not amazing though. Okay, cool, and we are staying still. That's good at least. Okay, cool. That was nowhere near good. Well, again, this is how I should be handling things, because Varka does not need to be on field first. Putting the DPS in the last slot is the most reasonable and efficient way of doing things almost all the time, so let's just keep doing that. Okay. Alright. Well, good amount was accomplished. I could maybe do a bit more TCG, but this is all I planned on doing anyway. I actually thought I might get done a little earlier, but Sonaragan. Gotta pee anyway, so yeah. See ya. Oh, mouth is stupid, whatever. I think it's